Nuclear missile ready. Missile ready.
I gotta turn that down. Let's see. I don't know how quite to do that. Let's figure this out. As a family. There's no option to adjust its audio. Except for desktop audio. But then I can't hear how loud it is. What a problem. Let's see. Hopefully that's good enough. Alright, let's go ahead and see if I actually did this right. Oh! I ruined it all, didn't I? No, it was perfect before. There we go. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. However, I still have no idea how loud it actually is, so we're gonna assume this is a good volume. Yep, alright. So, let me, before we go ahead and tell you guys what exactly is going on today, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into call with my good friend, who I met literally 2 seconds ago, Potato Pleb. So, let's go ahead and give him a call. Let's see. I'm gonna start a voice call with this guy.
Wonder if I couldn't hurt, right? I'ma get what I deserve, right?
Here we go.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Potato Pleb, is that you?
Yep, that is correct.
What a man. Alright. Thank you for telling me. By the way, this is a guy who told me where that random mystery noise on my computer was come from. It's coming from this screen over here, right to my right over here. And I was so freaked out because the lyrics to it are so ominous, aren't they? It was like everybody dies or something like that, or something weird like that.
Dark.
Yeah, what were they saying at the beginning? Like everything is bad or everyone dies or something like that?
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
Yeah, it was really dark, and if for you guys watching and don't know, it's like 12 o'clock in the middle of the night over here in the good old Pacific time zone in the US of A. And I'm up here in my attic, all alone. It's dark, as you can see behind me. I have one light on, and all of a sudden, my computer, out of nowhere, just starts going, everybody dies. And I'm like, holy shit, what is going on? Sushi, what did you do to me? So, we're gonna just be happy that we didn't die. How are you doing on your end there, Potato Pleb?
It's really good today. Here in Japan, the weather's pretty nice. 4 p.m., same as Korea.
Oh, okay.
Doing good.
So it's a more reasonable time for you, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh my god, you're in Japan though. You're in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh wow, super cool. It's like I can't believe it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon over there in Japan. Like the difference
really...
between you talking and me talking is gonna be so big, because it's gonna be like 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to like cast Maru doing stuff, and that's gonna be like impossible. I'm like, oh my god, look at that shit, medevac. Whoa, what's happening? And you're gonna try and like desperately pick me up back together. So I appreciate that in the future.
No, alright, no problem. Anyways, so before the stream starts, should we just quickly go through the lineups and just kind of predict what's going to happen with our, although it's gonna be hard to predict with our small brains compared to the pros, but I think we can make some educated guess based on the statistics so far. What do you say?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially that the stream hasn't started yet. We can definitely try and do some talking. Get a good idea to get into this not looking like fools. We do have some amazing players over on Team... What's it called? Team Pizza Maru?
Yeah, that's Team Pizza Maru.
Versus Team Sexy Boy, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know it's gonna be a good couple of hours when you got Sexy Boy versus Pizza Maru. So, Team Pizza Maru, of course, Maru Classic Creator Keen. We have 2 Terrans, we have 2 Protosses. Overall, pretty balanced, pretty solid team. On the other team, I see that there's 5 people instead of 4, so they definitely have the numbers advantage over there, but a little more diversity I'm seeing there, so honestly, I think it's a wash. I don't think anyone has a specific advantage over the other. What do you think?
I actually do agree with you. They're both really great players. And
oh yeah.
Judging by the way that the Team Sexy Guys are playing for the last few matches, I really do think that Sexy Guys have an advantage here, in fact.
Gotcha. Is it Sexy Guys or Sexy Boys?
It really doesn't matter. It's not even a real word.
It's a real combination of words. If that's what you're asking. Alright. Alright. By the way, can I share a secret with you, Mr. Pleb?
Oh, go ahead.
You've been live this entire time.
Oh no!
Oh yes. But it's okay, because now everyone knows exactly how you are, and I'm pretty sure they're going to love you. I already love you. It's gonna break up the rolling drum of the night for me, so this is gonna be good.
Alright. Oh, wow.
You're watching the same stream as I am, right?
Yes, on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see. Cause right now I'm trying to position myself like I'm looking at it. But what if, like, so how do I explain this? So you know how there's a stream, right? And the stream shows a picture.
Yeah.
On my left-hand side relative to the stream, there's the video going on. So for the viewers, I'm gonna look to the left when I'm pretending to watch it. But in reality, it's to my right. So it's like I really don't know what to do. I have to do something creepy like this. Just like look left, like turn my head left, but like look right. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
Alright, so it looks like though we have the introductions going on. Looks pretty good. Over to our right, we have Team Sexy Boys. Team Sexy Boy. I don't know what to call it. They're just sexy, right? They're just sexy people all over the place.
Yeah. I actually got the official name now. Official English name. Apparently, they're sexy guy Gisado.
Sexy guy Gisado?
Yeah.
What's the Gisado part?
Gisado is kind of like a knight, kind of a thing.
Oh, like sexy night boys or something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow, that's pretty slick of them.
Let me translate the interviews for you, if you don't mind.
You speak Korean?
Yeah, I'm Korean actually.
This is... Oh my god, I gotta give Sushi like a kiss when I see him in person next time. Alright, you go ahead. I'm gonna shut up.
Okay, so Maru said that as long as I believe he's patient. No, classic. I forgot the space, but as long as he doesn't lose, we're going to be in a good position, says Maru.
Ooh, okay, so they're talking some major doo-doo already, aren't they? Yeah. I like how he just puts it all on classic. Like Maru's like, as long as classic doesn't F it up, we should win. We should get it. As long as classic doesn't suck. Alright.
자기도 자기가 에이스라고 생각을 할 것 같아요. 그리고 형수가 에이스라고 생각을 해서 당연히 오늘 이겨야 된다라고 생각을 합니다.
Okay, so what Classic is saying is that he thinks that he's like the ace of the team.
솔직히 멤버를 봤는데 처음에는 전체적으로 다 못하는 선수가 없고 괜찮다 싶었는데 또 다시 생각하니까 애들이 좀 A급이 없고 좀 B급 선수들만 있다 이렇게 느껴가지고.
Okay. So Classic says first of all, when I first started this game, this series, I always thought that the players are actually pretty good. But as I kept playing, I realized that there's really no A-class players, but only like B-class players.
Oh god damn! This guy is throwing some major shade here. Let me actually turn your volume up just a little bit. It's gonna turn up the stream's volume too, but I think that should be fine. God damn, do you think he came in with that scripted, or did he just kind of like make it up on the spot?
I have no idea. I think it was kind of like scripted.
Oh yeah, he thought about this. He was like, all these C-class, no B-class freaking pieces of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
I actually cannot hear the question, unfortunately, so I can only hear the answers.
Okay, that's fine. The main announcer volume is a little low, but that's fine.
잘하긴 하는데 또 제가 우리 팀원들을 잘 이끌어서 여기까지 왔잖아요. 어제는 제가 또 성주 팀장에게 졌지만 팀빨이 먼저 오늘 보여드리겠습니다.
Alright, so he said, I am the captain after all, and I have led my team up till this point. Although I lost to Maru, I think I will win with my team's help.
Okay, that makes sense. He's the captain of the Sexy Boys. I mean, how bad could he possibly be, right?
이게 제 원래 목소리입니다.
So he just said that this is my normal voice.
No. Did the guy think you're trying to like speak deeper to impress him or something?
I think I have no idea what the interview is saying because I can't hear him. But
okay. I do that sometimes. My voice gets a little high sometimes, so I gotta masculinize it, you know.
Oh, so Ragnarok is saying here that I'm really good at best of one. So I think today I can really show something funny, something interesting.
He's really good at best of ones. All right,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a nice trait to have as a player.
정말 솔직한 생각으로는 여기 못
I'm
올라올
really
줄
good, but
알았는데
only one time.
팀원들이 이제 계속 진행하면서 너무 더 잘해줬기 때문에 이번에도 엔트리에서는 솔직히 좀 딸린다고 생각해요. 이름값에서는. 근데
다들 열심히 하기 때문에 괜찮을 것 같아요.
So what Ragnar said is that honestly speaking, he didn't think that he will get this far. His team will get this far, and he honestly thinks that in terms of the player itself, it is not as good as the others. However, since the teammates worked hard, I think we can produce a good outcome.
Okay, that's good. I like Ragnar's optimism. And now we have, is that alive in the middle? No,
That
that's
is
not
patience.
alive. That's patience. That's patience. They both have the same glasses, so it's kind of hard sometimes.
유리하게 시작할 것 같아요. 좀 이길 것 같아요.
So he thinks that we can win.
당연히죠.
Okay, good job, patience.
이깁니다.
we can win. Good job.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because I cannot hear the question. So when they just like nod or whatever, it's hard to.
네.
Like if they just
now
go,
we have Rome.
yeah, then you're like, God damn it, we did what? For all I know, he could be asking them, do you think Maru's cute? And they're all just going, yeah, of course. Yeah. Maybe they're just going off on complete tangents. Who knows?
생각해가지고
Ugh.
확실히 피자마루 팀이 잘하긴 하는데 좀 도우 형이 너무 운이 좋아가지고 지금 올해 29이라서 모든 운을 다 쓰고 이제 군대를 가려고 너무 잘하더라고요.
Yeah.
꺾어줘야겠어.
Okay. So
You
what
get
Rogue
'em.
is saying is that. So what Rogue is saying is that classic here, is okay. So the Pizza Maru team itself is very good, but classic here is getting really lucky. He's now 29 years old, meaning that he needs to go to the army very soon, the mandatory conscription. So Rogue is saying that Classic is using all his luck. So today, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't get any luck today.
God damn, Rogue! Leave the poor man alone. Look at, and in the scene, there's like cut to Classic looking there, it's like standing, you know, smiling a little bit. Poor Classic, man.
And now Rogue, what he just said, I didn't hear the front part, but what he said at the end is that as long as he doesn't meet me, he's going to be fine.
Oh, okay. You know, I've had to learn Korean just so I can know how much mad shit these players talk before their matches.
Hello?
Hello.
뭐 다 아시다시피 조성주 선수랑 김도 선수 말고는 저기도 뭐 버스 팀이랑
Oh shit.
같은 처지 아닌가.
Ooh. More shit talk.
개인적으로는 규석이랑
I'm
만나서
liking it.
진정한 멸망전 하고 싶었는데 그게 좀 아쉽긴 하네요.
Okay, so what he said is that honestly speaking, in Pizza Maru, only Classic and Maru is really good, and the rest of them, they're getting carried by them.
Oh, they just got carried. They're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
They say it so stoically. It's the part that throws me off. Like I thought he was just like holding it, saying like, "Oh, they're gonna be good teammates. You know, it's gonna be fun." Like exact same expressions. You know, I needed some, hand movements, some changing of levels, some squats. I don't know. A couple of gold chains.
자꾸 또 엮는지 모르겠네요. 일단 팀원 멤버 보면은 뭐 질 수가 없다가 아니라 지면 안 되는 팀이고요.
Oh, okay.
이기겠습니다.
So what he just said is that looking at the team members today, it's the game that we shouldn't. It's not a game that we shouldn't lose. It's a game that we can't lose.
다들 아시다시피 너무
Gotcha.
세가지고.
Alright, so just
저만
general
잘하면은,
confident, bandos
Yeah.
and stuff. I like it. Taking a step back from the diss track.
그래도 한 2명은 되지 않을까요?
I don't know the question, so I cannot answer it fully. But he just said about 2 people.
About
I'll
2
play.
people.
이벤트
Hmm.
전에
How many of them do
할
you think you
때
can squat
정말
at once
진지한
on the other
각오로
team? That's probably what the question was.
우승할 수
Right.
있도록 하겠습니다.
Probably squat 2 listeners at the same time.
All right, announcer Park is going at it.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Translator. He's like, whoa, he's really getting into it. They're shaking hands. I wonder if one of them's not going to shake the hand. I wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he already kind of did it. I'm looking for the one guy to just kind of psych. Oh, never mind.
Psych.
This is just like yeet that hand out of the way. All right, I will be the special effects translator. Looks like some names on screen. Oh, is that the names of the team? Does that say Pizza Maru?
Yeah, that's just, on the left side is Pizza Maru, and on the right side is Sexy Gisado.
Sexy Gisado. Sexy Gisado. Okay, I gotta learn how to spell that in Korean.
Actually, like actually, it's in Korean. It's written as. Let me bring that up real quick.
Ooh, we're doing some studying now. Okay, gotcha.
Actually, in Korean, it says. Let's see. 색깔 황빛해.
색깔 황빛해?
색깔 황빛해.
색깔 황빛해?
Yeah, close enough. But I think that just kind of represent the team members. Because it's not really a word except for sekka. Sekka is like sexy guy. It's not even a word. It's like a abbreviation. But yeah.
Okay, so that's like the approximation of Team Sexy Night Guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know.
Right.
I mean, they're all perfect. Oh.
Right. And today, overall, before the game starts, let's just quickly go over the team for Pizza Maru and Sexy Gisado. So first of all,
Yes,
we do
let's
have
do that.
Maru. And what do you think about Maru so far in the Team Destruction League?
I mean, it's called the Team Destruction League for a reason, and I think the whole destruction part has kind of been leaning a little bit on Maru's side, you know? I mean, he obviously is like one of the strongest players in the world right now. I think not many people are going to argue against that.
Right.
You know, just based off his performance alone. So I think destruction is a very fitting word as far as we're talking about Maru, you know? How about you?
Right. I will say that Maru is actually probably one of the strongest player in this pool. And I think that they would engineer pretty well. The teams will engineer their lineup really well so that they could put the strongest player against Maru. And I think I got it wrong earlier. I don't think that was Rogue that was talking. I think it was SOS.
Oh, okay. Did you look at Astria calling you out in chat just like, hey boy, that's SOS? I thought they looked kind of SOS-y, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I was like squinting, it's 12 o'clock, and I'm like, I guess that's Rogue. He knows better than me anyways.
But we can see right now the player win rates, and as you can see, actually, Classic has the highest win rate right now with 100%, which is actually pretty impressive.
I see 200% on there. Is Maru the other 100% guy?
Actually, no. The other 100% is Kim Yujin player, and that would be. Let's check it. Kim Yujin. That is SOS.
That's SOS.
Ooh. Yeah, SOS also has a 100% win rate. So the both Protoss performing very well right now with both 100%. And actually, Maru is in the 7th place with 4 wins and 3 losses.
Oh, Maru! Dude, I bet most of his losses were PvP. Well, actually, I don't know what they were. He's pretty much a beast in everything. Were those losses PvP, you reckon?
I am not sure because I don't have the records right now with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it seems like the first match is going to be Keen versus Patient. A TVP.
PvT.
TVP.
Hey, you want to play a game of Spot the Terran player? I wonder where he is. I'll give you a hint. I don't like STEM. Or maybe I just play mech. You don't know. Keen versus Patience. All right. Pretty good way to kick things off. I always like PvT. I would say that's my second favorite matchup, you know.
Right. A little bit of stream lag here. But although it was in Korean, the first map is going to be Automaton.
Automaton, gotcha.
Yes.
I always call. Have you ever called Automaton automation?
I always called it Automation.
I never called it Automaton. I always just called it automation, and I didn't even know I was messing up. I was like, oh, automation. That's good. And then I think Roddy said it on stream just like one day randomly, like, we're loading up onto Automaton, and I'm like, shit, what, Nev? We're loading up onto what? Oh, Roddy, you and your accent. And then everyone else said Automaton, and I was like, shit, wait, let me look at the map. And then I felt so sad. I was like, shit, it's Automaton. It's like those, you know, the Mandela, it's like a Mandela effect sort of thing, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was talking to my friends the other day, and my friends were like, "No, no Potato Plus, you're crazy. It was always automaton."
Yeah. And I was like, no, I swear, it was automation. It's a conspiracy. That's what David Kim wants you to think.
Exactly.
He's still pulling all the strings. Alright.
All right, but we do have Keen here. Keen did not go against Patience so far, according to
Not
the
once.
according to the stats that was shown on the screen over there.
Mm-hmm. Another interesting fact, they're now paying Nickelback. Don't know why. I just thought it was worth mentioning. Patience also over here. I'm gonna let you do the reading and interpreting there.
All right, so Patience, in terms of in team, he's the second place. In terms of it's quote unquote report grade so far, and he's 2019 GSL S1 code S round of 16, and also IEM round of 24, and he is the number one, I guess, ace in the Destruction League Season 1, and then he said that today he's going to burn it all.
He's gonna burn it all.
Yeah.
Now that could be interpreted multiple ways depending on how this map goes, but
Right.
we'll see. I think it's Keen that may be burning it all. Hellion Play has been pretty rock and roll in PBT as of recently.
Right.
I'm hoping to see some of that from Keen here. Patience. You know, Patience always seems to me like the kind of guy who is always just on the brink of showing off how good he is, but just has, you know, one or two things he just runs into and he can't just get over, you know. He always has like one thing in every match that you kind of look at and you go kind of like, ugh, Patience, really? But regardless, looks as though we are ready to jump on in to game number 1. And let's go ahead and you introduce the first one.
Actually, my stream is lagging right now, so you can introduce them.
Okay, that's Keen! Whoa! And see this guy in the top left-hand corner of Automaton, representing Team LP, otherwise known as Team Sexy Boys, probably it is Patience. Let me see if I actually can do something here. Nope. Alright. Here we go. Alright, do you see anything?
Yeah, I'm back to the stream.
Alright, rock and roll. Oh, look at those fans. They did the same thing we did. Did you see that? We went, and they were like, And they can pretend that they hear me. Makes me less lonely, you know. Then we're both like, yeah, you know. Woohoo. Here we go.
Alright, but it seems like it is going to be Barracks first and then Refinery coming in from Keen, which is very standard play from Terran.
Oh yeah, it's about as boring standard Schmender as you can get. Nothing too incredible going on from either player so far. Just standard probe harassing the barracks sort of thing. SCV coming off the land to deal with it sort of thing. It's pretty much like vanilla ice cream on a waffle cone so far. Yeah.
And very standard from both players. Oh, this is kind of huge.
Oh, yeah, the misplant. You know, I always wondered, like, I just kind of wonder for a sec. I don't know why I did, but I wonder if the SCV planted down the CC fast enough, and then it just, like, you know, stopped fast enough, rather. And then, like, the probe, like, could it, like, kill the CC when it only had, like, 10 or 15 health or something?
Oh, I actually don't think that's possible, unfortunately. Or at least I've never seen that happen.
Is that because you hate my dreams, Potato Pet?
Yeah, crush your dreams.
You just want to tell me what I can and can't do?
Exactly, dude.
You don't believe in me, do you? Alright. Well, looks like there's going to be an Adept Sentry opening coming out from Patience. Now, as a Protoss player, I can tell you it's probably going to mean something along the lines of Twilight play. You like to get that Sentry, not only for scouting since you don't have the observers, but also when you get that Phoenix, hallucinate Phoenix in. If you go for, let's say, Blink Stalkers, then you can get it up into the main, maybe snipe Stim here and there, pick up a couple workers, and we do see that Twilight Cancel coming in, as well as that Starker follow-up, so pretty much we're going to be seeing a Blink opening from Patience. Now, question is it going to be a defensive Blink play, or is it going to be an offensive Blink play?
I'm actually hoping to see some offensive play. Actually, Patience, according to my records here, he likes to play like a tempo early. So he likes to be very aggressive early on. So I think we can expect to see Patience actually being rather aggressive this game.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely all for that. I definitely think as a Protoss in PvT, one of the best ways to control the Terran and not take damage and, you know, be sad about all the things that Terran can do to you is to get some sort of aggression back out on them, you know? Like, if you're getting dropped, drop them back. If you're worried about them being aggressive, push them out a little bit, you know? Make the Terran uncomfortable and make them, you know, not really certain about what to do with this matchup. So, I definitely do like the blink opening from Patience here. But as it turns out, actually, he's going for a robo first instead of additional gateways. So he is getting his 2 up right now. But the timing for a blink time is going to be a little delayed here. Adept gets in. Ooh, actually going to let that finish and pick out an SCV, maybe even 2 if he's going to get lucky.
Yeah, kind of sloppy from Keen in the opener. I think his hand is not warmed up yet, but we will have to see how his performance goes.
Yeah,
over
definitely.
time.
First game for both players, everyone's gonna get a little bit of a pass on this first game. No one really is gonna be super criticized for what they're doing here. And Raven coming out from Key. And now let me tell you, Pleb, one of the most annoying things in PvT as a Protoss to deal with nowadays are Ravens. I mean, just everything the Raven has is so good against you. You know, if you're going for Colossus, Interference Matrix, wow, you know, that $500 million resources I spent on getting a Colossus is now nullified for the entire fight. That's amazing. Or if you're going for charge lots and trying to avoid Interference Matrix, you get anti-armored missiles. So, you know, these Raven pushes from Terran can be like super dangerous, and Patience really has to take into account how he wants to deal with that. It's honestly a really big deal for the push. Some players I see like to get just a Templar Archives and get 1 Templar to deal with it. Some like to just keep their Stalkers forward. Some just try and split against the anti-armor missile. We'll have to see what he does.
Right. But I would personally, as a Terran player, I will say that the Templar Archive was the really quick feedback on the Raven. Really shuts things down.
Yeah, and that's definitely the most solid way to go and deal with that Raven. I agree with you, but the problem is he's going for double forge, double forge Colossus play. So he's gonna be sitting on 1 base for a while, but he's gonna have a very limited amount of gas, especially if he wants to be affording sentries. So that Templar Archives may not be a possibility for him. And oh, look, here we go, small blink in the main.
All right. Just a quick notes.
Yep.
Sushi just said to check overlay. Just letting you know.
Overlay. Oh, like that. Oh, cause I'm an idiot. Gotcha. Let me go ahead and switch it to an in-game overlay. Let me see. What did I do? Ah, there we go. All sexy. There we go. Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Let me just quickly fix that.
Yeah, but right now we're currently seeing a defensive entrenchment coming in from Keen, and Thermal Lance is just started about 10 seconds ago, and Patience is expanding to the 3rd right now, and also getting double upgrades.
Right. This can be a little bit dicey for Patience if he's not too careful, honestly. How many siege tanks? That's 4 tanks. That is going to bring so much pain, especially considering 1-1 isn't done yet. Stalker's going to go ahead and try and delay this push as much as they possibly can while I fiddle around with my overlay trying to make it look good. A couple of Marines are going to go down. And these Stalkers are doing exactly what they need to do. Unfortunately, Keen's army is also doing exactly what it needs to do, and it's not getting distracted by the Blink Stalkers. They're just marching across the map without a care in the world.
Yeah, the time is on Patience side. What Patience needs to do is literally buy time. And over time, Patience army is going to literally overpower Keen's army. So Keen needs to act fast, and Patience needs to buy time.
Exactly, and it's so risky to defend the 3rd base. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed at all if he just sacks it. I mean, maybe after a little bit, you know, see how the engagement goes, but it's definitely a possibility. You already have the 2 Colossus, you have a good worker count, your opponent doesn't have his 3rd base up. It is not in the realm of impossibilities. And actually, that Raven getting dangerously low. Would love to see that get picked off in the next engagement, if at all possible. Suicide a couple Stalkers, maybe. Yeah. And actually,
a nice timing coming in from Patience, actually. 1-1 just finished up. The Thermal Lance just finished up. But a drop coming in on the main base.
A tale as old as time, Mr. Potato Pleb. The mini drop in the main that's going to kill literally every single one of your probes. 8 probes going down now. 10, 11, 12. Probes actually running back into the bio. They're like, no, I don't think we had enough. And all in all, 1 medevac full of units for 17 probes. What do you think of that trade, Potato Pleb?
I think it's definitely worth it, especially now a Widow Mine drop coming in on the 3rd base.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think that wasn't very
reaction.
okay. No reaction at all.
No!
Ah! Oh, 21 probes now going down, and this is just getting horrible for Patience. Gotta feel bad for the guy, at least a little.
Yeah,
bit.
right now Patience needs to act.
Yeah.
Right now, what he has is upgrade advantage, but 2-2 is not running right now actually for Patience. So I think he's looking forward to end the game somehow at this timing, but Keen's defense looks strong.
Yeah, he's got tanks all over the place. He's got liberators. I mean, sure, he can deny the 3rd for a little bit, be a little cute, but dropping the main, not doing too much. Zealot's getting cleaned up. He pokes in at the 3rd. Siege Tank's well aware to go ahead and defend that. And look at all that area denial from Keen. Just playing what I can say is a pretty, not perfect game, but an extremely powerful game so far. That being said, Patience is starting to recover a little bit. Probe count is starting to even up. Big blink in the main, but I think Patience is just going to blink on down.
Yeah.
Like a coward.
But Patience needs to be quite patient here. Because he doesn't have quite the army supply to deal with anything. So what he needs to do is what he's actually doing right now. Just controlling the map, macroing up, and make sure that Keen cannot just grow out of control.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see here is that Keen is going for definitely the... So there's 2 ways to deal with Colossus as a term, right? You can either get the counter to Colossus, or you can get an army that Colossus can kind of really fight against, but not really, and it can both be kind of even. Keen is kind of doing that one, where he says, forget the... Forget mining anything, though. Forget the Colossus, forget the Vikings. Just give me a bunch of Liberators, and my opponent can never engage. And we're going to go ahead and see that right now. It is a little bit riskier, but it is stronger in the late game. We have to see Keen setting up in the middle of the map over here. Liberator trying to find some damage at the 3rd base. Unfortunately, Cannon says no, and here we go away, actually. Here we go away from that evil Terran army. And again, like you said, 2-2, not quite finished. The Storm drop. No, Storm. He forgot Storm. Oh, no, wait, maybe. Oh, Storm is... Yeah, just started. Oh, no. Oh no, Patience! I didn't even know he forgot it. I mean, at least I didn't forget that he forgot it, because I didn't know in the first place. But God, that is not good. That's really bad.
Oh, this is huge.
Oh, he's so sad. He's trying to feed back the Raven, but Keen is being so careful with that bad boy.
And Patience is trying to act like he has Storm, but he doesn't.
Yep.
Nice feedback
He gets the feedback off, but the Stalker's getting shredded under the Liberator and tanks, and it's forced to back up for the time being. A 20 armor supply advantage for Keen thus far. He's going to go ahead and posture on forward, but still has to respect those Colossus. Maybe another Warpin of Chartros stall until 2-2 might be the plan here from Patience. His army's only going to get better, and Keen's army, it's a very positional army. It's going to take a while to go ahead and push forward. He has the time to spare. +2 is finishing on up, as we can see. If he just waits for his armor, maybe another Warping round, I can definitely see him holding this.
Right. Oh.
And actually, he's not going to go right for the armor.
Are doing work.
Yeah, blinking right on top of it. Now those Stalkers are firing. Actually, a pretty flubbed engagement there from Patience. I needed to get his whole army on top of that, not just half. And still is facing the wrath of this positional siege from Keen. He's going to blink up again. Again, targeting more Stalkers, but the meat on the ground is just slowly withering away. And now you can see an all too familiar situation. Just a couple of Colossus, maybe an Immortal on the ground. Interference Matrix going down as well. And I think that Patience is going to not win this match.
Yeah, I think Keen did it.
Yep. Turns out being sexy isn't good enough, and Keen almost doubling the not almost doubling, almost tripling the army supply of Patience now. I just can't see this coming back. I mean, I've seen crazy things in my whole StarCraft career, Potato Pleb. I'm not going to say it's impossible. What would you call this?
I think Patience is staying because it's a best of one.
Yeah, not impossible, but he just kind of wants to stick around, you know?
Yeah.
He's not losing, he's just sticking around, you know? Trying to exhaust Keen for whatever reason. Here we go. One last half-hearted blink in. Yep,
storm coming
pretty
in.
good, but just pretty much nothing. And I think Patience is now getting to that point where he's gonna quit. GG is called!
GG!
And Team Pizza Maru will take the first game off of Team Sexy Boys of the Night, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, but really nicely played.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, he's gonna shake his hand. Oh no, he's gonna go back to his team. Oh, I'm getting some serious Pro League vibes from that. Are you? I'm getting some chills, you know.
Yeah, I see what's up. What's going on?
Yeah, that's what's up. Patience. You know, giving us a quick little, you know, quick flutter of blinks, chickens of water. Obviously, not too happy with himself that game, but you know, it's really hard to deal with a Terran who just goes for that insane tech army, you know.
Yeah.
Generally, you're used to like the bio waves, the pushes, the multi-prong harass. When you just kind of face off an army that's just so positional, just like one small step, and then it's the slowest, most painful death you've ever experienced in your life.
Right. I think did Keen and Patience ever play an Alpha Pro series together?
Let's see. At Alpha X, we have done like around 55-ish Pro Series, I think. I've definitely seen Keen in a couple, and I've definitely seen Patience in a couple, but I don't know if they've ever faced each other. I suspect they might have once, though.
Actually, they did. And
Aha! You see?
I remember exactly.
Keen versus Patience.
One time, Patience was going for the Blink Stalker into the main base, pressure build. However, Keen's defense was really well, and he just Patience was just blinking everywhere, and he was like being really aggressive, and that really punished him. And he literally blinked into siege tanks and really well entrenched position. So I think, I think Patience has. I don't want to make fun here, but I think he's impatient in some kind of situation, such as Blink Stalkers.
You know, if you didn't want to make the pun, you could have just waited like 10 seconds, thought a little bit, and then said like, oh, he's restless in some situations. He's a little rushed in certain situations, but that's okay. Sick K party. Oh, so it looks like though the next player up is going to be Creator. So is this Pro League format, which is like one player stays, and then the team just keeps on sending player after player trying to knock him out?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Okay.
So one match, this guy and that guy, and the other match. But in the Team Pizza Maru, if it gets extended, then they're gonna play 2 people because they have one less person.
Because 4 versus 5 makes sense. Yeah. In reality, we could have just shortened that to say they're gonna send up Maru 2 times.
Yeah, they'll probably do that.
So
and guess creators. Oh, wait, I kind of missed that last line.
Oh, that's okay.
Creator says SOS. Do you think I'm just called the backstabber, like for a reason?
You think they just call me the backstabber?
Yeah.
Ooh, the backstabber. I like that. Is that Creator's new nickname, the backstabber?
I have no idea.
The stabber of backs.
Translation. It's the rough translation.
It's a rough translation.
Oh. So Creator called out SOS, and SOS is going up.
Oh, it's gonna be Creator versus SOS now?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what's with the butterfly? Why does it say butterfly?
That's a music.
Oh, okay. I thought that was SOS's new name, the butterfly. Like, he was like cucaracha and he turned into a cocoon, then he turned into a beautiful butterfly or something like that. I don't know.
So in the Destruction League, SOS is the he's the loudest player in this Destruction League.
The loudest?
According to the viewers, of course the Korean viewers. But,
his voice just projects.
I guess so.
I have the same problem. You know, as you can probably tell, I talk a lot and my voice is just booming sometimes. So it's definitely a problem, especially in public. So I can feel it with that. But I'm pretty conflicted now. I do love Creator. I have a soft spot for him because you know he's kind of like Patience in that he's not really quite ever at the top, but he always feels like he could be. You know, like Creator feels like he could be SOS if he just refined a couple things. But SOS, man, this SOS is like my 3rd most favorite player of all time. He's just He's the playstyle that I strive to play toward. He's the I can do anything guy, you know?
Right.
He's gonna either take you to 30-minute games, or I'm gonna put 3 robots on your side of the map, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you can't ever tell.
Right.
Yeah.
SOS is so smart as well. Like he's like build is like really smart, just like you said.
Oh yeah,
He's capable of it.
super smart, super brainy player, and I definitely think his sort of style definitely makes you understand and appreciate the game the most. You know, just having that I can do everything, let's do everything kind of mindset. Anyways, on top left-hand side, it is going to be Creator playing for Team Pizza Maru.
And on the bottom right side, it is SOS for Team Sexy.
There you go, Team Sexy. Team Sexy Boys of the Night or something like that. Alright, so, our resident Terran player, you were extremely helpful last match. However, how much do you know about PvP? Sinula?
I only know how to do this weird Void Ray Rush and PvP.
That's like the language equivalent of knowing how to go say, I want to go to the bathroom. Like, I know how to do a Void Ray Rush and make me buy it on.
but I know enough. I know enough because I watched lots of pro matches.
Yeah. PvP. As you may have got to, you know, I was surprised when I heard this for the first time, but there's a lot more to it than just, you know, cannon rush into void rays, or like 3-gate void ray rushes. Right now, the meta is kind of undecided in PvP, and I like it. It's a nice little, you know, mix-up from when, you know, a couple of months ago, all we were seeing was just charge out Immortal Archon, charge out Immortal Archon, charge out Immortal Archon. Now we're starting to see some players mixing disruptors here and there. We're seeing people trying to hit some add-up timings. Recently, a month or so back in the GSL, we saw a new style emerge where people who are playing macro, they just get that forge as soon as they can. They chrono plus to attack, hit a sharp-ass timing with it, and they just like end up rolling. And now, please pardon the analysis for some amazing crowd me. I feel like that guy, without saying anything, just undermined everything I just said. The sunglasses didn't even go over his eyes. They just went on his nose, but what did he see with his nose?
Oh.
Okay. A weird pylon there coming out from SOS on creator side of the map. I think that was meant to go like wall off, but he missed. And we're just like, duck it. just leave it. Alright.
But 2 adepts and a starport opener for SOS here. Actually, I like that opener because it can do quite a bit of worker damage if creator doesn't really pay attention. And depends on how this wall goes. Oh, a nice wall.
Oh yeah, buried at the last second. Definitely SOS is going to be the guy looking to get damage. It's always a style I seem to favor in PvP, because even if you don't do any damage with your adepts or your oracles, you know, they still have some holding power late in the game. It's kind of like that medium risk, high reward sort of style. So definitely like that from SOS, but creator favoring to just kind of get that extra edge over his opponent. Not going to go Stargate, just going to straight up get solid units, play safely, all that good jazz, you know?
And actually, creator gets to scout everything what SOS is doing, but SOS right now, he only has adepts, so he cannot really see what's going on inside creator's base. So I think that could come into a factor here.
Yeah, until he gets his oracles up and across the map, there's no way he's going to know what's going on. That probe is just going to keep spending 25 minerals every time and just mess him up. And Did you see? Wait, Creator is part of Team Sexy Boy, right? Team Sexy Boys of the Night.
Maru.
Oh, okay, because I would have called those... I can't call those like, those some pretty Pizza Maru gateways. No, I was even like, sexy Stargates, but anyways, 2 Stargates coming out for Creator.
Oh my god.
And we can see that proxy and just kind of like this is gonna be some place where nobody except SOS maybe can find it.
Actually, Stalker moving up there.
Oh yeah, it's just kind of making me nervous. Is he gonna? No, he's not gonna see it. So I actually do love this. It's obviously gonna be. God, oh my God! I'm a genius. But also SOS is too. He found it. He's not. Ooh, he just sends a stalker back. He doesn't attack the pylon. He doesn't get the probe. You know what he does? He just goes back home and says, "Okay, okay, I see you." And you know what I'm gonna do?
Oh, and a nice force field.
Yeah, 2 force fields there. Maybe a little overkill, but that should be okay. And now that we know that, or now that SOS knows that it's gonna be proxy double sneaky phoenixes from Creator, what is SOS gonna do? We see a Twilight and a Forge come down, maybe +1 and Blink. But even then, it might be a little bit hard to deal with these phoenixes.
But I don't think there's a better answer than what SOS is doing right now.
Yeah.
Because going counter Mass Phoenix will be pretty much impossible because he only has one.
Yeah.
One Stargate.
Yeah, you have to scout the Stargate's building for you to go ahead and do that, but he's just going to go ahead and get cannons in his base for now. I definitely do like the cannons. I mean, it's just 150 millimeters and you don't have to keep Stalkers in your base anymore, but you are always going to lose probes to the Phoenixes. Creator just fast to reveal them now, and it is going to be that Blink defense we were talking about. I almost held out hope for a Dark Shrine. I think that a Dark Shrine just would have been perfect. Super SOS, but no, just going to go for a Blink and +1. Which is definitely still a very respectable choice.
And while Phoenix is distracted, will the Adept get in?
Well, it got into the natural, which I guess is something. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and pick off... Ooh, actually a couple of probes there, and Oracle comes back in to finish the job. 5 probes going down, not bad at all, especially considering that the Phoenixes have only gotten 3. Okay, I guess 4. And here's something I also really like. SOS sent an observer over to those 2 Stargates. Knows there's not going to be any more Phoenixes. Knows he doesn't have to make any more Stalkers. I mean, SOS has read this game like a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why SOS is so good.
Yeah.
He can read the game like really well.
Oh yeah,
So-
it's like Creator tried to like use this weird, language that nobody used and write all his secrets down on a scroll and like put that and like scroll it up, but literally, like SOS was like fluent in that from birth. I just cracked that bad boy open like a beer and just like, rah, I know everything,
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the analogy I'm gonna stick with. Blink finishing up for our friend SOS, and it looks as though he's gonna go ahead and just transition to probably an Immortal Archon style. We can see the Temporal Archives going down as well as the additional gateways, and not a single robotic spade in sight.
Yeah.
Ooh, Phoenix going down
Ooh,
there.
that's huge pickups.
If there's one thing Creator does have going for him, though, it is going to be that Immortal count. Now, he may not have the earlier 3rd base, he may not have the earlier +1, he may not have the earlier gateways, but there is something to be said about a lot of Stalkers going off against, like, 2 Immortals or something. Creator forced SOS, even if he didn't find that much damage, forced him to make bad units, which, in his own right, is a certain kind of damage,
Right.
But the longer Creator waits, the less percentage of SOS's army is going to be Stalkers, and the more likely that he's just going to get steamrolled by SOS. Because right now, we can see SOS's lead starting to accumulate a little bit more in the form of +2, in the form of that more saturated 3rd base. So Creator definitely feeling a little bit of pressure.
Yeah. And if you look at the resource tab, resource loss tab, they've been going back and forth, and it's like almost equal right now.
Pretty tit for tat, if I do agree with you over there. SOS looks like though he wants to be the aggressor. Now, here's a secret. I always love the aggressor in PvP. It always seems as though PvP is just one fight away from the other guy just steamrolling the other person. Out of the game, out of their life. It's just it can be so one-sided at times, So seeing SOS take the initiative here is really exciting to see. My guess is, does he want to go into the main? It can be a very powerful move, but there are Phoenixes, and probably don't want to risk the whole entirety of your push on it, especially considering you're not making Immortals.
Yeah, but there are more supplies, just barely though, for SOS.
Yeah.
What would you do in this kind of situation?
Oh, if I were SOS or Creator?
If you were SOS.
Okay, I was like, if I were SOS or Creator? Yes. Oh, thank you, Mr. Potato Flip. I mean, honestly, I know I'm not making Immortals behind this. I still have a good economy. I would try and do a multi-prong harass if I knew where his Phoenixes were. But oh my god, I would blink the shit on top of
no.
those mortars, but then like get kind of sad because I got picked up by the prism. I wouldn't force it honestly. The position is good. I spent a lot of time walking around. I never really took an engagement. I think it's too even to go in at this point. Maybe if you find some magic with the warp prism in the main. But again, I'm at SOS. SOS is miles better than me. We'll see.
But one thing to point out is that there is a 4th base going for SOS. So I think I don't think he needs to force it, but a nice engagement coming in.
But he wants to. We'll see how that works out for him. He does have the Stalkers. And if those Stalkers are targeting down Immortals and Archons, it could actually be pretty beneficial. Oh my god! I sense a mistake. Okay, never mind. I would have engaged just like SOS and won the game. In fact, I would have won it even earlier. He's gonna dance the Stalkers! What a legend! What did he type in Korean? Can you read it?
That is dance.
Dance? Oh,
Yeah.
god damn. That's brutal. You didn't have to do him dirty like that, SOS. You didn't. That was the meanest thing I've ever seen in my. They're both Protoss. Imagine if you're arm wrestling your brother, and you just kind of slam his hand through the table, and then pick him up and toss him out the window. Imagine doing that. That's just horrible. Oh my! Look at Crater. He's so deflated.
But we need to know, Creator did call out SOS. He did.
Okay, yeah, he did call him out. That's just like he devoured him.
Wow.
He picked apart his life. This man had a family at one point in his life. How can he do that, SOS?
Actually, it's the 3rd time that SOS danced in this Destruction League.
It's the 3rd time. And all 3 times we're on Creator. Plot twist, you guys. He just has something against this guy.
And like SOS, like the first time he pulled out the dance, it was against Solar's team. I don't remember which team it was, but Solar danced when he won. So SOS was like mad.
SOS just like threw it back at him.
Yeah, it was
better.
beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Oh god, this is why SOS is like one of my favorites, you know. When I say this guy can do anything, I don't just mean Sacrifice, he can literally do anything. Creator's gonna have nightmares about that. He's gonna be laying in sleep, trying to get to sleep. He's dreaming he's at his perfect wedding, he's about to kiss his bride, and then SOS shows up right behind him, and he starts dancing. And the wedding just falls apart. His bride goes for SOS. They start to kiss. They all start to dance. Creator starts to dance back, but everyone's just kind of staring at him awkwardly, and he just kind of stops. Oh man! All right, so 1 win for Team Pizza Maru, 1 win for Team Sexy Boys of the Night, whatever you want to call them. And I have a feeling it's gonna be a pretty good couple of hours. What do you think, Potato Play?
Yeah, I'm really excited. 1-1 so far.
Yes.
And I think we're in for a very long day, which is really awesome because I love watching these pro games. And I think it's just
for sure.
great.
Especially when you get to see shit like that. Yeah. What was the last time? Can you remember the last time you saw somebody dance in a pro game? Not just like click their units around cutely, but like actually get their keyboard out, type in dance, and let their units dance.
It was SOS against against Solar.
Oh, that's right, because you just told me. I think the last time I actually saw that in a game was like in a professional game. Like top tier professional game was a long time ago. It was like IEM San Jose 2016 or so. It was Hero versus Rain. My favorite series of all time personally. And I think Hero with his Colossus, I remember it so vividly. He was it was on Catalina.
Okay.
I think it was on Catalina. And he blinked his Stalkers and Colossus onto the 3rd base after just dominating Rain for like the entire map. And I just saw in the middle of nowhere just these long ass legged Colossus just start breakdancing, and I'm like, yes, you are my favorite player of all time. You are my favorite, I love you. And the Stalker's doing it too. It's great choreography, honestly. Yeah. Do you have a favorite dancing mode?
Oh, I actually like Immortals dance.
The Immortals? Oh, like the woo, like
style?
the lasso, the cows, or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, the Gangnam Style dance.
Oh, that's right. That is the
Yeah.
Gangnam Style dance. I almost forgot. God, oh yeah, cause yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought they're just doing some weird like Southern style, like woo, last of the cows, bring them on home, giddy up sort of thing. But I guess it is Gangnam style. I like the Oracles dance a lot too. I think, cause do you know how the Oracles dance are?
The little disco ball, right?
The little disco ball, yeah, the disco ball. And the best part is they work with hallucinations too.
Oh, seriously?
Dude, you can do some serious next level BM with that kind of shit. I kid you, it gets devastating.
Oh my god.
I remember I was facing off against I think it was a real Avalon, not the Aiv NA guy, but the Avi NA guy. Like so Avlo. And obviously, he's actually a pretty decent player sometimes, but sometimes he's not, all the way there. So, long story short, he was on 2 bases for like, 20 hours, and I just made like, I just made like 20 sentries.
Okay.
And then he started hallucinating like a million oracles. And I'd send it over to his base where he'd have like, 50 million turrets, and I'd just like dance them all over. While I slowly just waited for him. Because I didn't want to engage into him and take the 20 minutes. My plan was just to like make him rage to just quit and I can get into another game. He never did it though. He just kind of just said nothing. Which was worse than him like, saying something. His silence is what killed me. Yeah. But yeah, serious next level stuff.
Fun BM stories.
Fun BM story. I mean, it's not really BM. I feel like there's different kinds of BM. I think BM, there's BM in chat is like pretty high, but like I think as far as stuff you do in game, that's just cutesy fun stuff. Like if I'm dominating you and all of a sudden like I just like move my units back and forth a little bit, that's fine. If a Terran's pushing me and they drop a mule on me, I feel kind of salty, but I'd be like, it's kind of fine. If my opponent just like smashed my Immortal Archon army and started dancing on me, then that's a little less fun. that's a little like, come on man, really? But I'm still not too mad.
I am so excited for the next game. So the next map is going to be Kairos Junction actually.
Kairos Junction? Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty standard map, honestly.
Yeah, and then for Pizza Maru's team, it's either going to be Maru or Keen. No, Keen played.
Yeah, Keen played. Keen and Creator played. So, classic. So it's gonna be Maru or classic, a P or a T. So one of us will not sound like a complete idiot, which is good.
Yeah.
There's no Zergs on Sexy Boys of the Night team, right?
Actually, Ragnarok is.
They have Ragnarok. They have one sexy Ragnarok on their team. Gotcha.
Yeah. Actually, I actually think Ragnarok is a prospect. I think he's getting better and better by the day.
Ragnarok?
Yeah. In IEM, he performed rather well, surprisingly. And during the Destruction League, he did show his class at least in best of 1. He did really well. I don't think he lost that much games. I think one game he lost against Innovation when Innovation did a proxy 3 racks. But other than that, I cannot really remember Ragnarok losing.
I mean, here's the thing. I want to believe. I really do. But I believed in a player one time. You've heard of Billowy, right? Billowy?
Billowy? Not sure.
Yeah, exactly. But like, oh no, now I feel bad. I think he changed his name to something like Dimray Zoom or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But he was in the GSL I think 2 years ago, and I remember I was on the Billowy hype train because this dude was looking solid. I think this is back when Daybreak was back in the map pool, like for a time scale. Not the first time I was ever in, but like the second time, Daybreak, So he was I remember he was just like wrecking face in that tournament, showing extremely strong play, and I was like, he's gonna, another top Korean Protoss, because it's just basically been like the same couple of people for like so many years. So to see like, what if Bill leaves, what if he takes some classic or something, and then after that tournament he just kind of just for the next couple of months. So I want to believe. I've been hurt before is what I'm trying to say. My heart is still recovering. I just don't know.
I see.
If I'm ready to love like that again,
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Oh, yeah.
I think Ragnarok I think has a bright future. So.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
but-
sure. I mean, definitely,
Yeah.
you can never count players like that out. You just gotta approach them with cautious optimism now. The cautious part, you know, is definitely the more important. If you just go full on optimism, you just ask them to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be like me.
All right, now we're back in our little stadium over here.
Mhm.
Pizza Maru screen is showing.
Now
It's
it's
sexy.
Team Sexy. Sexy Night Kills. I don't know.
색깔 황비케.
Sekka Homike. Sekka
I have no idea what 황비케 is.
Homike? Maybe it's like a Korean meme or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Like
Not
you know,
sure though.
like you know, like let me see. I'm trying to think of an equivalent right now. Maybe like, you know, I don't know why, but you know the word like suck. Just like SUCC. It's probably super confusing for like people who aren't familiar, that familiar with the English language or like with English culture up to that point. Maybe it's one of those things, but I don't know.
But Pizza Maru, it does make sense because there are like chains that ends with Maru.
Oh, like pizza
there's-
chains?
Yeah. There's like Tonkatsu Maru and all kinds of Marus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do any of them play
but-
StarCraft? Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, maybe they all look alike, and like the Maru that we think we know is really just like they take turns swapping out. Like, right with the GSL, he calls like Mamma Mia. We have to go back into my pizza shop. Maru, you take over. And then the exact same Maru comes out and is like, yes, I am Maru. How should we beat these nerds today? And there's like, I don't know, build up some Reapers or something. I don't know, you figured it out. That's my bad.
But we actually have a live coming in.
Oh,
Instead
okay.
of, 침착함 드먹. Oh, okay. So what? Okay, so what Alive says for his quote is that I will give Pizza Maru a very nice ride.
A very nice ride.
A very nice ride. Yeah.
A very noteworthy choice of words there coming out from Alive. Gonna give him a nice ride. I mean, okay. Probably not going for intimidation over there. Like, I'll show. Like, that's like this, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show Team Pizza Mario a good time. I'll show him a good time. Yeah, a night they'll never forget. Like, whoa. Yeah.
Oh, now we see. Oh.
Okay. Alright,
It's a
PvP, now it's TVT. I guess that's only fair for you to, you know, be super knowledgeable about now. Oh man, so it's gonna be Maru versus Alive. This rings bells. Wasn't there a Maru versus Alive like last ESL or something like that? I remember, maybe it was a long time ago, but I remember Alive just chewing through Maru. Right? One time? Does that ring a bell?
I don't recall, but there's a good chance because Maru, although he's a great player,
Right.
when he's in like a lose streak, he loses quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
So maybe when Maru's condition was bad, Alive beat him, but most likely Maru's gonna win this game.
Oh yeah.
Because overall, in terms of statistics, Maru is much stronger than Alive.
I mean, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you just want to look at the numbers, play the numbers game, it's Maru all the way. But Alive, you really gotta appreciate this man's TVT. It's his strongest matchup. I think even he has said it's his strongest matchup. So if there's one guy that Maru, and the other opposing, if there's one sexy boy that Maru is afraid of, it's gonna be this sexy man to his right over there. He even has the red seat, you know. The aggression. That means we're gonna see aggression coming out from Alive because it's red.
Yeah.
Or romance. I don't know. It's a wash. You just like kiss Maru after the game, like mwah.
But I do think that Alive is going to play aggressive because to catch a really good player like Maru off guard, you need to play aggressive and try to force mistakes out of Maru.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you just like sit back and play defensively and let Maru play his game, I mean, like even that sentence, right? Let Maru play his game. Everyone's just like, ugh. No, don't let this nerd do what he wants to do, you know. You gotta make Maru uncomfortable. You gotta try something a little bit out there. And I'm very curious to see what Alive does. I gotta be honest, I have like zero knowledge of the current TBT meta. So I'm guessing Ravens are still a pretty big thing, right?
Yeah, Raven is a pretty huge thing. Usually what players would do is they will go open up with a barracks and then to a factory, produce some Reapers and Hellions, try to poke around with it. But let's introduce first. So on the top right, on the top left, it was Maru.
And in the bottom right, it's Alive, playing for Team Sexy Boys of the Full Moon. Actually, so what do you think about this barracks positioning, Mr. Terran player?
In Kairos Junction, it is quite normal to see barracks that is not on the ramp because of the siege tank positioning. The siege tank can literally just siege, and then and it could possibly disrupt the stim pack upgrade if it's poorly positioned.
Because of that little ledge part on the southern side of the base. Yeah, okay, I get you. So Alive doing the smart thing, but Maru actually going in the top left. Now, actually, here's the thing. If Maru's getting his thing at his barracks at the normal position, do you think that projects about where he's about his add-ons and his placement and stuff like that? At all? Like, I'm not worried about getting stim denied, so I just put my barracks at the front.
Yeah, that one is just trying to get a wall off, because after a wall is pretty good, right?
Okay, so he just says like, screw the tanks, I just want a wall.
Yeah.
Just build the wall.
But actually, from Maru, we see Reaper double, Reaper and then expands, and then for Alive, we're seeing more of a standard play. So what this means is Alive is trying to like be more defensive. He's being more aware, more cautious of double proxy Rex Reaper, while Maru is quickly expanding and trying to play more economically.
Okay, I see. So Maru kind of playing the player here. Alive probably has, just has that feeling that Maru is kind of like a Terran SOS in that he's super comfortable either taking you out early game with some sort of extremely well executed cheese or timing attack, and he's completely fine dropping you everywhere and just controlling his army so crisply in the mid to late game. So I definitely like the cautious approach, but yep, that SCV.
This hurts.
This hurts a decent amount. Fortunately for Maru, another SV is going to come down to finish it on up, and with that Reaper now, Alive's poking days are probably over, but a nice little advantage actually coming.
He cannot afford to lose another one. If he loses another one, the advantage of going command center first just goes away.
It just starts to evaporate there, and he is going to go ahead and get that finished. I almost feel like he should have sacked the Reaper on that SCV if another... I don't know, actually. Maybe that's... No, that's stupid. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
It's okay.
Yeah, because I remember in TBT, these early game unit balances can be so fickle because you have a couple Reapers, a Hellion here and there, maybe a Cyclone. So just losing, having that one little extra less unit takes away your map control. It opens you up to, more aggression. Don't lose the Reaper.
Yeah. But the thing here is that we see a very unorthodox opening from Maru, going for Marauders
and concussive shells.
Yep. Taking more of a TVZ approach, if I say so myself.
Oh yeah, kind of like how you get the Marauders and the Hellbats and like get the, you hit the Queen so they can't kite away from the Hellbats or something like that.
Yeah, but right now with Cloak Banshee coming up, Maru's build is really blindly countered by Alive right now.
I mean it's pretty trash at this point, honestly. I mean, like, this Marauder's gonna be like looking up at those branches like, god damn it.
Exactly.
Why, God?
Oh my goodness. The Banshee coming up. This is scary.
Yeah. Also scary for Alive too. I mean, units on the ground are looking a little anemic there. That is a lot of Hellions as well as a couple of Marauders. This is a lot of pressure coming down on Alive. Honestly, maybe should have kept that Banshee back at home. A lot of SCVs possibly going to go down. And it's Alive who actually opened up safely. Remember that, and Maru's still finding all this damage.
And the siege tank is not firing because of the minimum range, and it goes down.
Oh, Maru drops the mule. Just. I mean, not quite dancing your army's level of things, but killing all the opponent's SCVs and then dropping the mule is kind of like, yeah, don't you wish you wanted this? you wish you had. Yeah.
And taking the revenge that SOS did, you know?
I mean, eventually the Banshee's gonna clean up everything, but eventually it's not good enough when your SCVs are dying literally by like the triple dozen. And yeah, Maru's gonna clean up the Banshee on the opposite side of the map. Alright!
Yeah. Oh,
Pizza
gee.
Maru! Mamma Mia! Gonna get knocked out in the first couple of minutes. That was ugly to see. I mean, you kinda gotta feel bad for life, because, I mean, like, you open up kinda safe, you go for a Banshee, you don't think anything too odd of it, and then all of a sudden, freaking Concussive Shell Marauder Hellion Timing wipes you from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, I think this build, we're gonna see it a lot in ladder now, because this build is actually, it counters the very standard play that Terran goes right now. So
like the high tech, get my Banshee / Viking / Ravens up, right?
Yeah. So I think this is very, very impressive build by Maru.
Oh yeah, you know how we talked about those like ladder ruining builds, you know? Those builds that, like, I remember, like, after every tournament, there's always a surge of like builds on ladder that are just obviously like interpreted from that tournament. I remember the worst of it was a long time ago, but you probably remember this. Do you remember Nightmare versus, I don't know who he was facing, but maybe just the name, you probably know what I'm talking about. Nightmares. It was on Overgrowth. He did the Splink DT charge shot all in against the Terran player. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah, I do remember that.
God, it was like, I mean, I wasn't on the receiving end of this, but I had a couple of Terran friends just bitch for like a solid 2 weeks because they were like, what are all these idiots doing? Like blinking their DTs on my you're front of, I swear it was the funniest. Like it was the best. I felt like I was truly a man, you know. This amount of things people said to me was just solidified me, you know.
I actually wasn't around back then.
Not back then? No, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, mate. Oh my god. Ladder was a wreck after Nightmare. It was horrible. Alright. Ooh.
Ooh.
Dum, ba-da-dum, dum, dum. That is going to be Classico coming out from Pizza Maru.
These musics, the player chooses their intro music.
Oh, they get to choose their music?
Yeah.
Oh. Can it be any music? There? Do you know?
Yeah, it was any music. So it's like the little subtitle. Actually, one of the person, I forgot who it was, chose Digimon's opening song.
Oh. I wonder if a freak had to like buy the copyright, like just for that, just because that player wanted Digimon, like nothing else. Like they got well, maybe he wanted to do Pokemon, but the freak was like, we can only do Digimon. I'm sorry, man. this is what we got, and he's like, damn. I'll work with it.
Yeah. But like my brother's age, like which is probably like these pro players. They are the Digimon era, so.
Oh, okay. Ragnarok gonna come in with some good old Led Zeppelin here, and the screaming one. I think I know this one. And yeah, it is going to be a Ragnarok versus Classic, a PBZ. Now,
actually, fun fact.
Yes.
In Thor Ragnarok, this movie was in it. This song was in it.
Really? You think that was intentional by Ragnarok?
I think so.
You think so? He looks like the kind of big brain player to think of that sort of thing, you know? I mean, just look how tall that brain is. That head is. There's gotta be some reasons behind there. Huge brain plays. I expect to see a million Zerglings and a million Dropaloids and nothing less. Alright. But we are gonna be seeing a PvZ come up from these two. Obviously, I know what everyone watching now is thinking. It's Classic versus Ragnarok. Classic's gonna bonk this nerd. However, we did end up hearing that Ragnarok's specialty is best of ones. He says I'm good, but only for like one time, and then you can pretty much destroy me. So we can have to wait and see. Maybe he has some special cheese plan for Classic. Maybe he just kind of wants to take Classic to the late game. I'm not sure that Zergs are too enthusiastic to do that nowadays, but honestly, I have no idea about Ragnarok. I have no idea about his style. So I'm very excited to see what he's gonna pull off against Classic.
So far in the Destruction League, though, Ragnarok did use quite a bit of Nidus network plays. If you look at the games that he won, a lot of it was actually Nidus play.
Ah, figures.
Yeah, I think he also beat Rogue with it, if I'm aware.
Not bad.
So
he's a nice boy, isn't he?
Yeah, so I think Ragnarok is really looking strong in terms of best of one and his strategy.
I mean, yeah, and Nightworm only really has to work one time, you know? And you're only going to use it one time in a series, mostly, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Classic is... I can tell you what he's not going to do. I can tell you with almost certainty that on Kairos Junction, against a guy who's known for going Nightworms in a best of one, you're probably going to stay away from double Stargate, you know? I can tell you probably not going to see double Stargate. Maybe something conservative from Classic, because he has been following the tournament. He has obviously been watching Ragnarok play, and always have to keep the Nidus Worm in the back of your head. Otherwise, it'll be in the back of your main, and it'll be super sad.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to... the mic volume for these Korean casters are so low.
I know, it's like, hang on. Yeah, it just sounds... You know how when you're sitting in a cafeteria, and you hear like one conversation like 2 miles away at the other table? And you're like trying to listen to it, but like even the slightest noise, like someone chooses lasagna, and then all of a sudden you lose it, and you're like, God damn it, I gotta find it again. That's exactly how loud this guy's volume are. It's just like... Yeah.
Just teeny tiny.
Like you can tell that they're talking, but it's just like... Eh? A little bit of eh. Like they're talking underwater almost.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm sure that they're just saying like, you know, Pizza Maru. I don't know. They're probably just saying some, probably just doing what we're doing, you know, except staying on topic, focusing on the game, not talking about a possible worldwide conspiracy of Italian Marus. The biggest hole in that conspiracy, honestly enough, isn't that the fact that, you know, it requires multiple instances of the same person, but Maru doesn't have a mustache.
Actually, he doesn't.
Yeah. Or maybe... Oh, okay, so hear me out, though. Here's a possible counter-argument to that.
Okay,
they all have their own unique special mustache. That's why he doesn't have a mustache, because they have to shave it off. Because if they all had the same mustache, Maru would have a mustache, right? They'd be like, am I just gonna keep my mustache, right? However, some of them are curly, some of them are bushy, some of them are long, some of them are tall. One guy actually has a goatee, so they all have to like shave it to keep up with that appearance.
Very, very interesting theory. Very interesting.
I mean, I'm just saying it I'm just calling it how I see it, you know. This is just how it is, you know. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's actually, you know, do your own research, get informed.
Hey, here goes the game.
Okay.
Epic music. Okay.
Oh, classic with no ear protectors on. Ooh. Scandalous. It's gonna, next time when our StarCraft is classic a match fixer. You know, he doesn't have his earphones on. Someone's yelling at him what his opponent's doing, and he's like, "Aha!" Well,
it's a Nidus.
Yeah, it's a Nidus. Rewind classic. Pull the boy. Anyways, classic in the bottom left, Ragnarok in the top right. Those intros go by fast, especially when you're talking about nonsense like we are.
But new repugnancy. As a Protoss player, what do you think about new repugnancy against Zerg?
It's in the name. It's pretty goddamn repugnant because, I mean, so the lurkers you see a lot in new repugnancy, and that's just because whenever you try and do anything, there's just so many chokes everywhere in new repugnancy. You know, it seems as though it's like one of those maps where you just can't find space, and that's especially true when you're taking the fourth base. You know, the third base is pretty like cut and dry. You take it out on the high ground right next to natural, but getting on that fourth and establishing it, there's just so many angles that the Zerg can come from, and honestly, I don't really like it that much as a Protoss player against a Zerg. But you know what? It's you make the most of it. Storms are pretty good here, positionally, but you can get caught out of position so easily. Classic, thankfully, he's the kind of person to kind of make sure that all of his, units are in position for the offense. He's going to put his Templar in the right place. He's going to split his army up correctly. And if you do that on your Repugnancy, and you do it well, and you do it fine, then I don't think you have too many problems. I suck, though, so I'm not very good at your Repugnancy.
But we do see Classic hitting the drones. In Korean, we call that yangnyeom.
Yangnyeom.
It's like spicing it up. Yeah. So, so that when hit by units like adepts come in, they can just two-shot it.
Oh yeah, I've always, that's always been like one of those like mini strategies in the back of my head that I'm like, oh, I have to do, but I never end up doing. Especially in like PvT, I'm like, I'm gonna take this probe and I'm gonna zap each one of his SCVs one time when I open up with normal. And then I never do it, but I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be so cool. Maybe like harassing his SCV and be like, I could totally do that. And I never do it. I don't know why. It just never happens.
Yeah, I guess too much actions, right?
Yeah, it's not even that. I mean, like, I have nothing to do. I'm curling my probes. I'm just waiting for my cybercore to finish, and I'm like, huh. And then I, just go back to doing what I'm doing. I'm just lazy. I don't know. Probably not the best when you're playing a game of StarCraft. Anyways, Classic opening up with that Stargate, getting a Phoenix first, obviously not afraid of anything too crazy. And Phoenix first is like the most ambiguous, like middle of the road, you're not going to have any idea what I'm doing sort of build for Protoss. This can lead into a charge lot all in, it can lead into Archon drops, it can lead into a quick third, it can lead into adepts. I mean, honestly, it's a mixed bag. So obviously wants to keep Ragnarok uncomfortable, wants to just play his own game this Classic, force him to try and keep him on his toes and play a little bit more conservatively than he otherwise would.
We don't see anything unorthodox coming from Ragnarok as well. Normal timing for the triple, and Spore Crawlers going up to defend, and no lair yet, so it seems rather standard.
Yep, and it looks as though Classic, if I didn't know any, but I would say he's going for charge lots, but he's only getting the Twilight, not with the Robo. He's still mining gas pretty strongly, so not quite certain what this could be. My best guess is Glaive Adepts, but with the amount of gas that Classic has, it almost would be worth it to keep on making Oracles. He's going to go for the Glad play, but again, it's a little strange. He's going up to 5 gateways. And it's just going to be a Glaive Adept push. Now, I think one of the most underestimated things in PvZ right now is Gladeps. They used to be so popular, man. Like, I tell you, everyone was opening up, 3-gate Adepts, 7 Adepts, push them across the map. But no one's just doing it anymore. But I swear, they have so much power, so much potential. We see Neeb like to use them a lot, and I definitely think that Classic can catch Ragnarok off guard on this if he's preparing for, let's say, Archon drops, or a quick third base, or more Oracles, So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how he reacts.
But we do see Ragnarok going for the Roach Warren, and he also just finished the lair, if I'm aware. So I think, and he's building roaches now, so I think he should be fine. But lots of adepts does kill roaches pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, of course, you'd never want your adepts to just be fighting roaches if it's even somewhat even. But there's still a lot of things that adepts can abuse about roaches. For example, when you have this many, if you just send some adepts to each base, and it's only roaches, the roaches kill adepts pretty slowly, especially when they're split up. And even, like, just right now, we can probably take an engagement. Yeah, that is not enough roaches. Oh my gosh, he's going to go right into the mineral line. I almost think he should have shaded on top of the roaches, but it's not going to matter. He's going to get into the natural as well. Just going for drone damage so far, not interested in fighting the roaches. He's going to find 8 at the natural as he shades on into the main. And yeah, just more and more drones going on down. Good pulse from Ragnarok, trying to minimize the damage. But, oh yeah, here's what I was talking about.
Oh, no.
With roaches, you just kind of feel like you're always behind everywhere. They just have to scuttle from base to base. Never really dealing with it in Classic is all over it.
Yeah, 18 workers going down for Ragnarok. This is going to a point where even if he defends it, he's going to be not in a bad position. and behind this, Classic is building Immortals, which does counters Roaches.
Yeah.
So Ragnarok, if this was a best of 3 or something, he will probably leave. But since it's a best of 1, he's gonna hold on to his dear life right now.
He's like, I lost half of my workers, but you know what? I have a dream. At this point, oh, and a Nidus Worm. He also has that too. I mean, if I were Classic, honestly, at this point, I'd just make a Void Ray. I mean, you know how a Hedgehog, no opponent has a Roach Warren? You can probably put 2 and 2 together, right?
Right.
Like, about what the Zerg probably wants to do there. Yeah, 36 drones going down. But here's the thing, Classic's still on 2 bases. That was a pretty huge commitment from him, and Ragnarok's still on 3. I mean, of course, it's going to be a Nidus Worm, but it's not like Classic is exactly rolling in the dough at the moment.
And also, here's the thing: Nidus is such a game changer. If you're not really sharp about what you're doing, Nidus can literally turn a game that you're winning to a game that you lose. So I think Ragnarok here is making the right call, and I think it's going to be a multi-pronged harass. Queen's coming in from the main, and Roaches are gonna go into the natural most likely.
Unfortunately, instead of like multi-pronged harass, it was prong and then prong harass, you know? It was prong harass, which, you know, it sounds worse because it is worse. He attacked one place, stopped, then attacked another. The force fields are amazing. Bile, actually getting those roaches out. Sneaky.
Yeah, barely getting those roaches out.
And now Ragnarok is completely lost. He's making drones back again. Even though he committed just so hugely to that Nidus play, now he has nowhere to go with it. This Oracle is probably going to zap that Ravager to death. Actually, Queens are going to kill it.
Oh,
hey,
nice
you know what? The journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with a single Oracle snipe. Ragnarok is actually even in worker supply. Never a good sign when you're Zerg, but still not impossible. Adept's not gonna shit on top. This is still a doable hold for Ragnarok, maybe?
I don't think so. The story can be told by the supply itself. Right now, Ragnarok is Roach Ravager, but he is behind in supply.
Yeah,
so
it is pretty garbage supply.
That.
Then again, Adepts and Sentries, not exactly known for their amazing longevity, you know? I mean, the longer this engagement goes on, the obviously better for Ragnarok. Because these bios are going to be just like, look at those bios, it's landing all over the Sentries. Wow. Again, it's still not looking really good. Those 3 Immortals are just going to be dishing out so much damage over the next couple of engages. Ragnarok is trying to hold on.
Yeah, supply is just dwindling, and it doesn't really look good for Ragnarok right now. Yeah,
there's just way too much health in that army of Classic, and Ragnarok, I think, you know, he's good at best of ones. That's what he said. These are his own words, but I think he's not good at all best of ones. And what is a best of 3 than just a bunch of best of ones put back to back, you know? Honestly. So yeah. He's gonna shade into the natural. The game ends how it begins. GG is called. And Classic will very decisively take that game, putting Pizza Maru on the scoreboard 3-1 against the Sexy Night Force. I gotta be honest. They're like, Pizza Maru isn't the sexy team, but Pizza Maru is looking like the sexy team so far. Look at that. Pretty dominating play so far. Ooh, the finger wave. Did you see that waggle?
Yeah, he's like, no.
He's like, no. No, not on my watch, buddy.
Yeah, but really well played by Classic over there. And Ragnarok does look pretty...
He looks so sad. Oh. At least he didn't get danced on. That's probably what he's thinking. Oh.
I feel so bad for Ragnarok.
Sad boy. I kind of just want to give him a hug. And a pizza, maybe.
Do you watch his YouTube or streams by any chance?
I do not watch Ragnarok streams.
Oh, I although I'm not a Zerg player, I do watch him. But I don't know, his streams are just fun to watch.
Yeah, he's a very entertaining guy.
Yeah,
very
just
sexy guy.
Not like funny, but like very humble. Teaches a lot of good stuff. So I think if you're rather like to the audience right now, but if you're new to StarCraft or if you want to learn, or if you want to just watch some pro play, go check out Ragnarok.
He's like a Korean pig or a Korean vibe or something.
I guess so.
Yeah, pretty much. You hate to see him so sad. But, you know, honestly, I don't think you can be too disappointed in yourself if you're Ragnarok. Like, it's a build that you probably haven't really seen all that much against a player who's arguably a lot better than you. And, you know, you're always gonna have those games as a pro player. You just have to shrug them off. You can't take it personally, you know.
Yeah,
It's just what it
and
is.
Ragnarok has a big room to improve. So no worries for him.
Yeah, Ragnarok's future is definitely still super bright. I see a lot of opportunities for the kid. Of course, can't get my hopes up. Been hurt before, but I definitely would like to see this. Ooh, guy go for it. Oh.
You just.
Did I never tell you who my fourth most favorite player is?
Is it trap?
You just activated my trap. Yes, it is trap. Oh, I like how Trap knows his own memes, man. This guy's great. You just activated my trap card.
That's his quote here. He says, "You just activated."
You just
my
activated
trap
my trap card.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, this guy is. I love this guy. Trap is so good.
Yeah, and perfect choice of song.
I know. I mean, he's gonna have to be the guy who brings it back for his team.
Yeah.
And like these guys are thinking like, aha, we think we got you. But no, in reality, they just activated Team Sexy Boy's trap card.
Ooh, Keen.
Ooh, Keen. It's coming back up. Okay. Not Maru or anything, but that's fine. I wonder why Keen.
I guess it's because Keen did show some strength against Patience. So I think what Team Maru is thinking is that they are actually Keen is actually strong against Patience. So I think that's why he lets Keen play.
Yeah, because Patience and Trap, honestly, pretty similar styles. I mean, Patience obviously likes to mix it up a little bit more, likes to be a little more stock heavy than Trap, but overall, you know, both players really like to try and get to that late game, or trying to get to that mid to late game, you know, where they get their units up, and we saw Keen just dismantle that against Patience.
Alright.
Oh, hang on, I'm getting a text from my brother.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, hang on, one sec.
And we have another break, so should we actually take a break, or should we just talk?
Well, but if you hate talking to me, I guess you can take a break if you want. I mean, no, I'm not gonna force you to talk to me or anything. I didn't even
ready
like
to
you.
talk.
Anyway.
Oh, okay.
No.
I see what's up.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's take a quick look at the stream because we just passed 100 viewers. Guys, thank you so much for tuning on in. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Be sure to say hi to us in chat. We'll like eat that up. If everyone says hi one time, that'd be pretty cool. I was gonna think of something cool, like if everyone says hi one time, then we can reach 100 highs. But that's stupid.
But I think most of the viewers are from outside.
Outside what?
So I think it requires an ID to chat. So I think that's why most of people can't chat right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure like in their heads they're saying hi. They're waving at the screen, you know? They're like, "Annyeong," and I'm like, "Annyeong." Oh yeah. Here's what I'm gonna take some a little bit more on. I'm debating on whether to have more coffee or not. Because it is...
Coffee.
Yeah. Like 30 minutes ago, I was like pretty much ready to die. But now I'm like feeling pretty okay. And now I'm starting to feel that slow decline, you know? That slow like energy and life sucked out of me. Actually, we have a question here in chat from NTTank77. He asked, if King goes twice, can he also play in the ace match? Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. I think not.
Yeah, I think you can only go twice once. I'm like 99% sure. So maybe that's why they want to save Maru for an ace or something.
Right.
Yeah, and that makes more sense. And they're already on the advantage, so that's probably why they're setting up Keen too. They kind of want to save Maru in case the sexy boys, you know, really get it going on in the speed tournament. Then yeah.
And Keen is most definitely more than capable to take out Trap. So
yeah, I mean absolutely. I mean Keen is like Keen is the Terran equivalent of Trap almost, you know? Yeah,
Mm.
they're almost like mirrors of each other. And I think it's a very hard star to play against when you face off against Keen. Because Keen doesn't really care what other players are doing.
Yeah, and Keen, although he's probably like what I would classify as B class rather than A class, because Keen, like A class player will be like Maru Innovation. But Keen, although he's B class, I think he's one of the best players in B class.
Oh yeah, he's one of those guys who can easily, like, you can see this guy going, like, far deep in tournaments, you know? You see Keen in a bracket, and no matter who else is in that tournament, you can be like, this guy can bring it going on, this guy can bring the pain, this guy can get into the round of 8, the round of 4, you know, semifinals, maybe make it to the finals. Keen's never really had his own breakout performance, to my knowledge. But now, I mean, it's a good time to show off his skills. If he can take out Patience and Trap at the same time, guy can start to make a reputation for himself.
Right.
Yeah. Alright.
They should. Anti-Tank here says that they should play Classic for 6th match and Maru for Ace. Oh, that makes quite a bit of sense.
Oh yeah. I think that's a pretty good idea. Next round is going to be Keen versus Trap, and then 6th round Classic, and then Maru for Ace. That seems like a good strategy to me. I have no idea why, and I can't justify it, but it seems pretty good. Alright. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a sip of my hot water here. I have this water bottle filled, this thermal flask, hydro flask filled with hot water. The problem is, it has this picture of a snowflake on it. So I don't know if, I don't know if that means only, sorry, I died there for a second. I don't know if that means if it's only for cold water, or if it's just a cute little snowflake they put on it. Like, hey, it stays as cold as a snowflake. So, we're gonna see if we taste melted plastic, you know. It smells different. Okay, never mind, it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay, we're good. I just smelled it a couple extra times, but we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1:30 a.m. and that is why I'm smelling my water bottle, if you were asking. It's not something a well-slept swagger would do. That's okay. What time is it over in Japan land, my good old friend?
In Japan, it is 5.
It is 5 o'clock in Japan. Gotcha. Where in Japan do you live, by the way?
Somewhere between Tokyo and Yokohama. Like
between Tokyo
literally.
and Yokohama.
Yeah, Tokyo and Yokohama is literally next to each other, and I live right in the border.
Ah, you like the peanut butter, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Super cool. Alright. How do you like Japan, by the way?
People are very nice.
People are very nice? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
literally very nice.
Literally very nice. They won't.
Yeah.
They'll never dance on you like SOS dances on you. No. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Have you always lived in Japan?
No. I lived when I was younger, but I'm here for college, so.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, you speak like a million more languages than I do, right?
Nah, I only speak like 3 languages.
Oh, that's the humblest brag I've ever heard in my goddamn life. You cheater. Oh, I only speak 3 languages, you know. It's nothing, that's not a big deal. I kind of wish I knew more. I didn't have the time, you know. What kind of shit is that? People are like, I learned another language. Nah, I only know 3.
I'm sorry.
He knows what he's doing. You know what you're doing.
I'm gonna change the topic now.
Potato
Okay,
figure.
Anti-Tank. Alright, Anti-Tank. You said SC2 is not popular in Japan because PC games aren't popular there? Yeah, actually, SC2 is not that popular at all. Japanese community, but yeah, people do tend to like console game more than PC game.
So they're more like, it's actually kind of same here over here in the good old US of A. I would say there is a good mix of console and PC players, but as far as competitive games go, definitely still super duper small, and StarCraft community is a little itsy bitsy. That's okay.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Anti-Tank also brings up another point, is that there's very few Japanese pro gamers. as opposed to console pro gamers, which goes on to what you were saying.
Yeah.
English, Korean, and Japanese, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was 99% sure that was the case because he's speaking English, he speaks Korean, and he lives in Japan, so probably I can context it out. I just didn't want to get surprised by Spanish or anything. Unless your Spanish is all of a sudden amazing, and then I'm gonna be like, well, mierda.
But it is getting pretty dark now in Japan. The sun is falling.
Oh, poor you. Is it dark there?
No, it's not dark.
How will you ever survive with it being dark over there? I couldn't even possibly imagine what it's like for it to be dark outside. What a... Alright. More hot water. Okay, never mind. It definitely does smell different. I gotta open this up and see what's going on.
Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause.
Okay, we're good. Never mind. Alright, we are ready to rock and roll into game number... I think this is 5, right?
Game number 5. That's right.
Yep, game number 5, and it is going to be on the biggest map pool of the season, spawning in the bottom right-hand position. It is Team Sexy Boy Keen. No, Team Pizza Maru Keen.
And on the top.
You cut out there for a second. I'm assuming you say on the top left it is Team Sexy Boy's Trap.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, rock and roll. So, PvT. Now, King's Cove, I really want to talk about PvT here because there are some pretty interesting, fascinating, amazing strategies you can do on King's Cove. As a Protest player, you look at this map and you're like, wow, my 3 bases are like the easiest 3 bases in the history of the universe to defend because there's ramps going to both of them, and the map is, you know, bad word and ginormous. So, yeah, it's a Protoss prioritize, you know. Quick Colossus builds I've seen on this map can be pretty popular. I've seen Colossus into Storm off of 3 gateways for like, you know, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and it holds just because there's so much splash and the Terran just can't get up those ramps. I would say if you're a Protoss player against Terran, you'll almost 100% of the time love this map. Taking it forth can be a little bit tricky considering how open the map becomes after that. But for the first crucial moments of the game, oh my god. There's a reason they call it King's Cove, you know. Because you're the king. And it's your cove.
And also, Keen actually, like Keen himself, the playstyle, he likes to do a bit of Doom Drop when it comes to TPP. Although he didn't show that in the first game, I believe. But when he was playing against Patience in Alpha Pro Series, he did show quite a bit of Doom Drop. And also, he did show some Helium builds as well. So I hope to see some kind of some kind of Patience game that he played today. Yeah,
let's hope so. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen a good old-fashioned Doom Drop. I'm not complaining. Doom Drops are the bane of my existence. They're like, seriously, for all you aspiring Terran players out there, if you Doom Drop every game, you'll get to at least Diamond. I promise you. Like, you don't even have to have anything in the medevac. Just fire him over when your opponent's gonna be like, well, gosh darn it. Got outpositioned again. GG. Oh, he's gonna get the SCV. Ooh. You know, one time I once got 2 probes with an SCV. 2 SCVs with one of my probes. Wow. And my opponent just kind of left after that. I think he was unranked, but that feels so good to just win a game like that.
But the thing is, oh wow.
Ooh, he got the zap though. He got the zap on the Marine so he can get 2-shotted. What was that? Young, right? Something like that?
Young.
Ah! Yeah. Young on the SCV too! What a genius. He activated his trap card. You thought the probe was there to get the command center. No.
No. Gotta get the Young.
You gotta get the Young. So the adept can go nam. Okay, Adept's probably gonna die now, but I'm pretty sure she's lived a happy life. Oh, actually, she's not even gonna die. Oh my god.
Oh,
just gonna get a little Nanyang on her and then escape.
Oh no.
But I think your prediction came true. There are Hellions in production for Keen. that was kind of weird. It's like one Hellion and then some Widow Mines, so not really the most pushable force in the history of units.
I guess a little bit defensive against Adepts because his natural was kind of delayed and his Marines got quite a bit of like hit. So I think he produced the Hellion to counter that a little bit. But it's not really good against Stargate.
No, it really isn't. I mean, you can, if you go for like 4 Hellions early on and you throw in a Reaper, that absolutely demolishes Stargate if you don't have a wall in. But in this case, when it's just like one slow Hellion on a huge map, you know, you're not going to really accomplish too much there. And the Phoenix is going to pick it up, kill it to death, and then, yeah, Keen's going to be sad. So far, honestly, pretty good opening from Keen. Taking no damage. There's no real threat Keen is putting out on the map right now. I mean, he's just kind of sitting back at home, getting his 3rd base. And honestly, with a huge map like King's Cove, why would you even bother trying to harass the Protoss when you're already behind, when they have Phoenixes to a certain map dominance, you know? So I think it's a very mature move from Keen.
Yeah. And Keen is going up to 3-1-1 and trying to get his important core upgrades down, like Stim Pack and Combat Shield. Although he's going to be down 1 base, but it is kind of, I don't want to say normal, but it is quite often where Terran is behind in base, especially in this kind of a map. But
yeah, it's not unusual for Protoss to have a leg up on bases for a good remainder of the match, especially if they go for aggression. Keen obviously, you know, choosing to forgo that in order for the more economical game, but I gotta be honest, I don't think that's the best, most optimal way to play Terran against Protoss. I feel like your insane mobility is really, you know, can never be underestimated. And the amount of damage you can find against a Protoss player early on in the game, you know, you should never underestimate, you know, the strength of your race. But he's gonna let him get his, you know, double forge, his Robo Bay up, he's gonna let him get his Twilight up and spinning, and, you know, both players are just gonna play pretty comfortably.
Yeah, and finally Keen's triple is finishing up as well, so it's equal in base now.
Plus 1 attack, stim, and combat shields, obviously all amazing upgrades. You can see that Trap on his side of the map. Now, he's not quite going for Phoenix Colossus, it's more like Phoenix into Colossus. Yeah, we just see these Phoenixes, and this is something that I like to toy around with when you don't really want to make a million Phoenixes, because, you know, sometimes that's just kind of bad trash to do, but yeah, I like this. He searches map dominance, he knows where the Terran is at all time, and he's gonna get some damage, and hey, if he makes Vikings, all the more merit to shoot them down with.
Yeah, and right now Keen scouted everything by that single scan.
Wow.
So I think he can start really transitioning, and we can see Keen adding on extra. Oh wow.
Yeah, that was really good and then really bad.
Yeah.
And now Keen knows there's an observer in their vicinity, you know. And look at this 4th base. This is what I want to talk about.
Very well.
Look at that super fast 3rd base. Like, before the gateway explosion, there was a 3rd base. This is like some Estrella level super fast 3rd base crap. I mean, I've seen. I'm not giving, like, in the in-house MVP Cup like last week. My God, Estrella's expansion like pattern was just crazy. Like, he'd have like 7 bases by now. Like 1 base for each minute is his motto. I swear to God, this kid's crazy. Anyways,
1-1 finishing up. I think we do see a move out coming in for Keen here. I honestly think that there's not going to be much damage, but Keen is moving out because he has to, pretty much, because he for the course of this game just lets Trap grow right now. So
yeah, I mean, like, Protoss is kind of like Zerg for the Terran, in that instead of controlling the drone count, you gotta control the army. And if you just let the Protoss sit back, get their Colossus, get their 2-2, get their 3-3, get their Storm, I mean, frankly, their army is gonna be a lot better than yours.
Right.
And we can see it right now. Look, this is some of Keen's army right now. It is not going to do anything against that Protoss army. He's finally going to try and get some harassment, but, you know, Trap is prepared.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, that could not have
really
gone
well
better.
defended.
And we can see Keen doing the same thing he did against Patience, except now it makes a little bit more sense. He's like, my God, I am behind. This nerd is gonna kill me. He's gonna walk across the map with 4 Colossus, and I have no Vikings. So he's just gonna go ahead and pump out Liberators and hope that his position doesn't get broken. Which I think is the best. Because if you go Phoenix, you can't go Vikings right now, obviously. There's Phoenixes in the air, you haven't even started a single one, you're on one starport. Vikings aren't gonna cut it. And, ooh, here's what you were saying. A Doom Drop actually going off.
Yeah, but really well, like, really good quote-unquote wards. like scouting units out there. Just scouting everything, so I don't think much damage is gonna come in from the Doom Drop. It is going to buy time, but
Trap backing up. I think he senses that there was some shenanigans on foot when an army didn't come down to defend that 4th base. So obviously Trap playing it very safe, not wanting to take any chances. He has a lot of Colossus, he has good upgrades going. Why would he want to ruin that?
Yeah. And as time goes, it's just going to be better for Trap, I think.
Yeah.
Because one additional base, and if he really wants, he can. I think he can get away with another one, personally.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, surprisingly, the 2-2 of both players is pretty actually close. You can see that they're finishing at about the same time. Kind of odd, but you know, not the most unexpected thing ever. I guess Trap just hasn't been chronoing those forges, but it's okay. Oh, and actually, here we go. An engagement's gonna go and going down. Stalkers are starting to focus the Liberators. No Phoenixes for part of this fight, and we can see that's the problem with Liberators. Your meat melts, and then what? And then what? So, having to back on up for now. But honestly, look, 9 Stalkers immediately warp on in. That's what happens when you leave Protoss to do whatever they want. They have so much money. And yeah, Trap is just going to keep Keen on bases. Keen does not want to be defensive with his Liberators. He does not want to be the guy who's just going to sit back and keep on getting behind and behind. And we can see that he's going to go for another Doom Drop, this time with Liberators.
Yeah, we see Innovation doing this quite often. And we actually saw Innovation win a lot by using this tactic. But his Doom Drop gets scouted, and he cannot really do the Doom Drop anymore.
Yeah, Trap now knows exactly what Keen is posturing to do, and there's no way he's going to let him do that. The Feed Beacon is done for him. We're going to start seeing Tempest coming out, pumping out 3 at a time. The engagement starts, the Liberators aren't ready, so he's forced to back out, and he's going to lose Liberators on the tail end, as well as some bio. Painful stuff coming out, painful stuff. Now, if there's one thing I do have to commend, or not commend, but just like, you know, say that it's kind of not so bad for Keen. There's no Storm from Trap, which is kind of odd. Generally, you know, I can see why you wouldn't necessarily want Storm here. But eventually, it's something you need to mix into your army. The Colossus damage just isn't good enough. The air army starts to get a little bit more scary and scary. You want to be able to feed back the ghosts, etc., etc. So not having those storms could be a little bit of a bother. But probably shouldn't worry too much. And now for the 50 millionth time this game, Keen is going to try a Doom Drop, and actually, Potato
I get scouted.
Nope, he's going to see it.
Wait,
Pylons don't see that far. They need glasses. He's not gonna see it. I mean, he's gonna Doom Drop the 5th base, which, you know, isn't too impressive. Oh, did he see it? Well, okay, yeah, now he definitely sees it. And the army's out in the middle of the map, unfortunately. So, is he just gonna go?
Yeah, I think this is the base trade. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a base trade chat scenario. He's just gonna pull the trigger. All right, let's see. Let's see.
For Keen, base trade would have been nice, but if the base trade started inside the main, that would have been better.
Yeah, he's recalling. Oh my god, he's gonna recall on top of it.
It's gonna be
okay. Well, that actually could have gone a lot worse. All things considered. The Tempests are out in the middle of the map. Tempests have like Phoenix health. They are not the most sturdy units, but actually pretty good catch here from Trap. That was looking kind of dicey, but again, that wasn't the entirety of Keen's army, so Trap kind of lucking out there, not really taking too much damage. And now look at the situation. 4 bases to 3. Still a far superior army for Trap. More army supply even too. And yeah, now he's adding Storm, he's getting his +3 attack, his Tempests are out and ready to rock and roll. I love the Disruptors to stop the Ghosts from coming on forward. And this Doom Drop, yeah.
Wow.
Not gonna work.
Yeah.
Great
Trap's army composition has already been established. And for Keen, he doesn't even have Ghost out right now. That's how behind he is, and it just doesn't seem like Keen can do anything right now because he's just so behind.
His tech is like 5 minutes behind where it needs to be, you know. And now
Yeah.
Trap is gonna push on forward, and he has everything a Protoss can want. He's got Tempest, he's got Colossus, he has Storm researching. Oh, he has some dead Templar. That's fine. Not necessarily what our Protoss want, but that's okay. And this small squad of units, they're gonna die, but they're gonna buy Keen some valuable time, some valuable not dying time, you know. I know the recall goes on down. Is the disruptor shot gonna be huge? Gonna go ahead and save it. Ooh, but the flank. What a guy. And all of it is gonna go down. Keen just can't catch a break, man.
Yeah, that was a really nice recall baiting coming in. Like making Keen think that it's going to, all the units are gonna go there, but then it's like a surround.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you better run that way. Keen's like, okay. The narrator,
like,
little did he know, he should not. He activated his trap card. Anyways, this is looking extremely hazardous for our friend Keen. And yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Lots of Vikings though in the air, so you gotta be happy about that. No disruptor with the army though, so that disruptor, I can tell you why he's making it. It's specifically for the ghost. If the ghost try and come too far forward, the disruptor just pushes them the hell back. So gotta love that. And yeah, it's just gonna be a slow pick off of this army. And Keen's eventually gonna have to pull the trigger into this Protoss army, which is something no Terran ever wants to be able to do, ever wants to be forced to do. And it looks as though Keen is getting ready to posture, just never really quite able to max out, just losing unit after unit after unit. Look at that army, all the charge rush just ready to destroy him at a moment's notice.
Yeah. Like, as a Terran player, like, when you see, like, that much Storm, and when you just see that much Tempest, like, you just sigh, and then you just cry.
Yeah, first you sigh, then you cry. Yeah. I mean, the Zealots are getting shredded on the Liberators. That's kind of something, but look at all of that complexity. I mean, it's not looking too bad for a second, but the reinforcements of Stalkers come on in. Still Marauders do horrible things to these Stalkers, actually, and is he gonna come on out?
But Tempest.
But Tempest, yeah. The Tempest are just gonna always kill that army. GG is called!
Yeah.
And Trap will take
very well played.
that win. Yeah, extremely well played. Like I said, Trap just kind of took freaking that kid, whoever his name was. I can't even remember. He just got wiped out from my memory. What's his face? No, wait.
No?
Trap just who did he just fight? Keen. Okay, he just like he took Keen to the late game. And Keen was just never able to keep up, and that's kind of what happens on that sort of map. Keen thought he could just kind of sit back, but just positioning wise, he got out positioned, got out microed, and eventually just got outplayed. And that's the life of StarCraft, you know. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pour myself a cup of coffee.
Alright. Look at this. Actually, for the next round, go ahead.
No. I was like, I was going like,
Looking at the team sheet and stuff, I think for Team 60 Gisado, we might. I just think they might put out Ragnarok, Ragnarok or Patience. The people that lost.
Why do you say that?
Because overall in the team game, what they would usually like to do is replay some of the players that lost. Oh wait. But thinking about it, it's actually not going to be it because Maru's team is in a match point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So it's basically like lose one more game and you're done.
Yeah.
Because it's a best of 7, right?
Yeah, best of 7.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's basically just a one and done sort of thing right now. They have 2 more games. Yeah, because that was game 6? That was game 5.
I believe that was game 5.
Yeah, so that was game 5. They have 2 more matches to play. You have to send out your absolutely strongest players, if at all possible. So,
yeah.
If I were to guess, we're going to see some patience. I mean, maybe they even might run Trap back, but I think Trap only played once, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we might be able to see him. Yeah, here comes Trap.
Yep, Trap comes running back one more time to go ahead and try and bring it on home. Can't be too surprised about that one.
Are we going to see Maru? I think we might see Maru. The
Maru.
team aces going at each other, and Maru is coming.
Hey,
to
there
the
he
stage.
All right.
Yeah. While we wait for the next match, we do have some questions here.
Okay.
Look. Okay. Our question is to look at Discord.
So look at Discord. Oh man, you know what that means? That means something horrible happened. Let's see.
I guess the quality.
Oh,
The
the
quality
quality.
is fine.
I don't know. I think. I don't know. Let me see.
It's at max, right?
Yeah, it's set to 1920 1080. The thing is, so when I switched to the in-game scene over here, it zoomed in purposely because the YouTube window doesn't pop out, right? So, like when I set it up as a browser source, the only way I can do it is setting it up as taking the whole thing, you know? Because I can't pop out the YouTube window. So basically what I have to do is I take the whole web page as a whole, and then I have to like scale it super specially so it only shows the part that we want to see. So that's why it looks a little bit jank. So it's what we got to deal with. It's fine. At least it's not the good old 360p GOM TV days, you know. We've come a long way, you guys. Just be thankful. All right, coffee's done. I'm gonna give it a smell.
I think we actually have some Japanese viewers today.
We do? Maybe you can draw them out with your special Japanese.
日本人ありますか?
日本人ありますか?
あれば、チャットにちょっとお願いします。
Exactly what he said.
Don't pause. Press play.
Oh, they're shy, I think.
Don't pause.
Okay.
Oh, so shy. So shy. Alright. Here we go.
Okay, I know this is kind of like random and out of nowhere, but I really like the choice of music from Africa. Okay, let's introduce these boys.
Alright, top right it's dude whose freaking name is goddamn Trap. No, on the left, and the top right hand it's the it's Mama Maru. Mama Mia Maru. Mama Mia Maru. Could that be his nickname? Maru doesn't have a nickname, does he? I mean, he used to be Babyface, right? Babyface? Or Baby
because
Nat
he's
or
really
something.
young, right?
Yeah, because he was like super young when he made his debut. But I feel like, I don't know. Is he still Babyface? I don't know.
I guess so. He looks pretty young, like still. Like although he's older than me, like
Yeah.
I look older than him.
Oh, he's older than you?
Yeah.
Are you like 12 or something? What's the matter with you?
No, I'm like 18, bro.
You're 18, bro? Oh, I'm 19, bro.
Oh, awesome, man.
Oh, yeah, totally. All right. You want to know my social security number? Dude, it's totally awesome, bro. I bet we're like within 2 numbers of each other. 213-157-5234. Alright, anyways. How old is Mario? He's like 22?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Early 20s.
So early 20s. He's a young boy. Still got that cartilage in his wrist. He can play super fast. Amazing kid.
Maru actually, instead of building it off the center, he just pushes the probe away and then builds the command center.
Like, man.
Yeah, I
actually brought 2
that's
SCVs
actually
down.
smart.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
2 SCVs, it's like the probe can't even stick around, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, jump it up to 30 on a pylon, but then you're like, really? Is this really what we're doing right now? Maybe Mama Maru or Maru Mia? Which one do you like better?
Maru.
Mama Maru. Yeah, but like some people may interpret that as like Mama Maru, like Mama Bear. With Maru Mia, it's a lot more like it's concrete.
More Italian.
More Maru Mia. But Mama Maru does have a good ring to it. I don't know.
Yeah. Maru Mia.
Maru Mia. Okay, we'll stop.
Yeah, okay.
Because then Maru's gonna hear us, and then he's gonna be like, he's gonna take us out, because we uncovered his giant conspiracy. Oh, wait, is it no CV on that CC?
I think he just pulled
He's
it.
hiding it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Just like that probe, except not dead.
But the Stargate tech coming in.
Stargate finishing on up now. Again, Stargate's super flexible in PvT. Definitely not as popular as it once was back in the day, but still a good choice if you want to compromise between safety and map awareness. Maru actually is going to go ahead and get caught by these adepts out on the map. Pushing back those Hellions for now.
We are going to see the Widowmine drop build though.
Yeah, the good old Hellion Widowmine stuff. Definitely a very not safe for probe build. Should be seeing this hit at around... You know, I just recently learned the timings for Widowmine drops. You know what it is?
Really?
Yeah. It's like it's 420.
Ah, okay.
Right?
I just play it and don't look at the clock for some reason.
Yeah, like neither do I. I know my timings for like literally nothing, but like sometimes I'll just like look and be like, ah, that's when it hits.
Yeah.
Mainly like all my probes explode and then look at the clock and I'm like, okay, now we know. We'll save this for the future, for better times.
Like timing for these games, like you know it by heart, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, wait.
Look at how by heart he knew that. Now he can probably save the medevac. Actually, what? Okay. There are different ways to do this. that was okay. So I don't want to take anything away from Maru there. That was pretty good by Maru. Great control, but I mean trap. Trap is like he couldn't decide what he wanted to do. He was like, do I want to kill the Widowmines? Do I want to kill the medevac? And in the end, he killed nothing. In fact, he killed his own Phoenix. So this is an equivalent of like he hurt himself in confusion. He's basically like, oh. But he did end up getting 3 Widowmines.
Yeah, I actually think Trap did really well there.
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
Yeah,
you gotta deflect the drop, you gotta take out some Widowmines. You lose a Phoenix, it's not ideal, but you still do pretty good. Alright.
Another Widowmine drop going.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be one of those things that Maru does, where he just goes for like Widowmines out the wazoo, otherwise known as a WoW build. And you just keep on dropping those mines in the base until one of them explodes everything, and then you find yourself super ahead. It's one of those builds. If the Widowmines don't do anything though, then you basically just let the Protoss kill all your stuff for nothing. So
Widowmine does get by.
Oop, yep. One of them. Okay, he's gonna trade against the adept. That's pretty good, cute macro there, but again with Phoenixes, this is gonna be super punished by Trap. I mean, every time he comes out with a drop, that drop's gonna die. That's just the facts of life. And now we can see Maru actually feeling the hurt of that aggression. He's stuck with a bunch of Widowmines. He's still, you know, doesn't really have a good, strong army base to him. I mean, it's pretty much Trap is in a very powerful position, and you can see that's why he's going for double forge. He's going for that Twilight as well. He's just that comfy.
Yeah, and most of the army supply for Maru is like Widowmines and medevac, and it's not actually fighting units.
Yeah, that's his army. See those 5 Marines? That's the army.
Yeah,
that's who's gonna do everything for Maru. Everything else just support. Oh, and look at this.
Oh,
look how smart Trap is. Look how I love Trap. My God.
Yeah.
He's
a great player.
He does all the things that you want to do in your games, but you never do because you're lazy. He does the Yang and all the SCVs to damage them for the Oracles that I could never do. My God. And yeah, Maru, look, he's just going to come back home with that mana bag. He's just going to give it up. Now, thankfully, he did get up his CC behind this, but again, it's a long road to come back from.
Right now, actually, Maru is in a very bad position, I would say. Because Thermal Lance and Colossus is coming up for Trap. Yes, Maru can do like this weird mine drop on top of Colossus and stuff. But the thing is, mines, they're not that good, especially because Colossus outranges them.
Yeah, and you can always pick him up with your Phoenixes or shoot down the medevac before it becomes an issue. I mean, okay, so keep this very under wraps. Don't tell anyone I said this, but do not look at the supply. Supply is very misleading. This is one of the times in your life where we do not look at the supply. You'd be like, oh, Maru's actually up in supply. No, he's up in like shitty supply. That's like the worst supply that could ever exist in the world. And look at this, 3 more medevacs. I mean, not medevacs. 3 more Woodmines picked up. Loses the Phoenix. Who the hell cares? He got some good damage done. And yeah, Maru is just... He's making bio and mines against Colossus. He's not making tanks. He's not making Liberators. He's not making Vikings. He's going bio and mines. That's going to do so little.
Yeah, if there's at least Vikings or anything that can deal with Colossus, even Siege Tank will be nice, but...
Yeah. But like it's just pure bio. Now Maru, this is kind of like a throwback to his earlier styles, almost back into Heart of the Swarm, where he was actually super good with his style, but this is actually the Void, times are changing, and that doesn't cut it anymore. Here we go though. Forward of mine drop. Like I said, you only need one. It's gonna kill both those stalkers actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, units warping in take more damage, and actually 2 more in the natural as well. Gotta be at least a little annoying. Oh, SCV. Oh.
Nice little micro there.
Yep. Widowmine wants greener pastures. And there he goes. Should probably send those bad boys back to work. But nope, too busy killing Maru on the other side of the map. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to kite, but like, the complexity of the army is just not there.
Yeah.
He's gonna fly Sphinxes over. Gonna lose a couple, actually, almost all of them. Still has to be careful with how you control this. You know, there's still a lot of bio on the ground. And oh, he didn't claim the Widowmines. No, he did. That's just a new Widowmine. Revolt of the Probes gonna go ahead and zap it on out of here.
I guess the bios were there to clean all those stuff up. But I think one of the biggest factor here was that Maru did such a good job distracting with the mines over there.
Yeah.
That he couldn't really focus.
The micro from Trap was definitely coffee burps was definitely impacted a decent amount by there.
Right.
I mean, like that was just Maru showing him like, hey, you can't do everything I can do. Get out of here, nerd. And here we go. A recall coming down on the base. This is on top of the whole army, though. Is he going to lose any Colossus? No, there is lucky. As I say that, he loses a couple, and he's pretty... okay, so this is why I shouldn't have just never talked in my entire life. He does end up losing 2 Colossus.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's not good. Maru lost a decent amount of SCVs, but, you know, Trapper already lost a decent amount of his probes, so it doesn't really matter. And losing Colossus against Bio, that's a trade any Terran player will take any day. Happily.
Yeah, but the thing is, 4th base is running for Trap. And another Doom drop going down. I actually really like this. Yeah. Especially when you are quote-unquote behind, like how Maru was like 3 minutes ago. Then Doom drop can really change the tide, like how it just...
And especially when you can't take engagement straight up, because you know your opponent... Ooh, that's pretty good. Has either... just like has a positioning on you, or if your opponent just doesn't have the meat on the ground, these can be so impossible to deal with. I promise you. They're like, just looking at this is so painful. But Maru does end up picking on up. It's not too bad of a drop here. Widowmine's got some good connections, not in the War Prism.
Really nice connection. Yeah. And 7 probes went down somewhere. Was it?
That was in the main base, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, Baxter's here. Hi, Baxter. Yeah, he said hi. Say hi back. Anyways, this has been a pretty good game for Maru, all things considered. I mean, we saw just how much of a deficit he was in the early game. It wasn't anything serious, but he just... Obviously, Trap went into this mid-game with a solid advantage, and Maru just kind of clawed his way back in. And like I said, that bio style, he's just super comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this. I've never seen a War Peasant full of Archons hunt Medivacs. I've seen them hunt Mutalisks before, but never Medivacs. This is new for me. So I'm a little bit flustered. I don't know what to say. 3-3 is about to finish on up. Actually, only plus 3 armor. Oh, what a shame. That's okay.
But Liberator range is coming in for Maru, and that upgrade is very important, especially in TVP, because because it can really hit from far away, but then
he's gonna hit just before it finishes on up. He's gonna see if he can kill all these Liberators before everything on the ground dies. Colossus is bringing out so much pain. Look at that, unanswered, bursting through the army. Now this flank of Marauders on the side is gonna be able to pick off a Colossus, but it's not enough. GG's go.
GG!
And Trap is gonna take that one. I was feeling nervous for him. That last engagement looked sketchy as hell. And you know what? It was so close. There's so many ways that could have not gone Trap's way.
Yeah.
Like there were so many opportunities for like Maru to, like the siege on the Liberators was just a little bit late. And think about this: so many Protoss would have the instinct just to get Storm as soon as they go for the Temporal Archives. If he goes for Storm, 100% guaranteed he does not have the meat on the ground to support that push. Maru splits perfectly. He collapses on the army and kills it.
Right.
But, I mean,
right.
Trap just knew his timings. He knew that he could hit that, and even though he lost 2 classes in the beginning, he made it back up. He never panicked. He was always calm. And now, it's match point for both teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And
It's
for the ace match, I wonder who's gonna play.
I wonder. Wait, Maru already played twice though.
Yes, I think for Maru's team, it has
Classic,
to
right?
be, yeah, Classic or Creator. But I personally think Classic is a better player than
Oh, yeah.
Creator.
Just
So I
like
think
results-wise.
Yeah, I think Classic might play for the Maru's team, but for the Sexy Guys team, I'm thinking either SOS or Alive.
SOS are a lot. Honestly, both are very strong choices. If I were to rank them, I'd say SOS is just barely above Alive. Just based off of performances, past performances and stuff like that. But it's honestly pretty situational. I mean, do you want to bet the last game on a PvP? Do you let's say they put Classic up? Do you really want to put a PvP on the last match? Because PvP is the kind of match where you're just like, it's just it's the match where any mirror matchup,
Yeah, and
They're
any
just so
mirror match is
volatile.
really hard.
Yeah. They're just so, it can flip like that. You're winning by so much, you're playing so much better than your opponent, and then you don't look at your screen for a second and you just die. Or your opponent attacks you and like, oh, well, I thought, I was winning, and I guess I'm not winning, and now I'm dead. So volatile matchups on the mirror matchups, so I wouldn't be surprised if either player came out.
Yeah, but there is a smidge chance that Ragnarok might come out.
Looks like we have a dreamer in our midst.
First of all, Classic for sure.
Yeah, Classic, absolutely, no surprise there. It's gonna be sent out from Team Pizza Maru. I actually want pizza now. Oh my god, why do you do this? Oh. No pizza place is open at 2 a.m. though. God damn it. What a sad life. Anyways, it is gonna... Oh, I thought he was wrapping it up instead of... No, he is wrapping it up.
Oh?
Wait, is he?
Oh, I guess he has his own keyboard.
Oh, okay. I thought that was his keyboard, and he just like sat down and was like wrapping it up like psych. And that was like part of the intro for the next player. So there's gonna be Classic.
Actually, fun fact, in StarCraft 1, in KSL right now, there's this one Zerg player. In the finals, he used his feet to play.
He used his feet.
Yeah.
In the grand finals?
Yeah, I think it was some kind of an invitational tournament, but he used his feet.
Did he have like a Wii like surfboard? Oh, okay, Ragnarok makes sense.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it's so sad.
Oh.
Ragnarok knew that him going up would be a joke, so he just started to stand up. Poor guy. That's okay. Ragnarok
SOS.
SOS. It is going to be a PvP that they bet it all on. Alright. No surprises here. Oh,
Takes
but
out
yeah,
his
did
keyboard.
he have like a Wii Fit like surf balance board or something like that? Like what? How did he play with his feet?
Oh no, so he took off his sandal or whatever. He put his feet up to the keyboard. And then he started pressing buttons with his foot and playing with his hand with his mouth. You should go look it up. Check it out.
Okay.
Press.
I'm gonna look
I
it
don't
up
think
right
it was
now.
KSL. Yeah, but look up StarCraft 1 professional
KSL?
playing with feet.
KSL?
Not KSL. I don't think it was
Okay.
KSL.
StarCraft 1 professional playing with feet. If
Yes.
this doesn't show up what I think is gonna show up, then we're gonna have some problems. Playing with feet. As I typed that out, I'm kind of hesitant to press enter on this one. You get we can get quite a mixed bag of search results is what I'm gonna leave it at, but we'll see.
Guy with circular glasses.
Oh, it's Larva.
Ah, yeah, Larva.
Let's see.
His Korean nickname is Honggu.
Hongu. Why is that?
I have no idea.
I was just Hongu. Okay. So let's see. Alright. I'm understanding this live. Facing Africans of Protoss. There's a couple of... They're attacking some Sunkens. Protoss is getting absolutely wrecked. Not much he can do. Zerglings are just really good. Larva pushes himself away from the don't do it. Don't. Oh no. Oh god. He's playing with his feet. Not playing with his feet, but he's playing StarCraft, utilizing his feet instead of his head. He's actually okay. Let me pause this video. Here's the thing, you guys. He's not just like putting his foot on the keyboard. He's curling his toes and like flexing his ankle, like he's actually trying. You know. Like this isn't just the weird bullshit that he's just putting on some. He's actually like curling that shit. He's like aiming it. Oh my god! What a mad lad.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess this is the StarCraft 1 equivalent of dancing on your opponent's face.
Yeah.
Oh imagine if you just like typed out the dance emote with his feet. I think at that point the entire StarCraft economy just collapses. And like, no one ever speaks of this game ever again. Like if SMO starts taking his shoe off in the middle of a match, like someone has to tackle him, like, no! Don't do it! He has so much to live for. Yeah, but okay. Let me see it. Let me resume the video. So Larva is just still kind of tapping with his feet. It's been like a minute, by the way. Since this guy decided to whip out the old piggies to end this game. It was Lava versus Legend. Legend GG's out. But did he see it? Oh yeah, they're facing right across from each other. But I don't think he saw the feet. I don't know. Oh, poor guy. My god. And he gives... Okay, and the part that kills me, at the very end, he just looks at the at the camera. And he just gives like a... Like he just goes... Just like, don't tell anybody. It's our dirty little secret. Oh my god, what a legend, man. Well, actually not a legend, because Legend's the guy who just got absolutely styled on, but... God. And people say StarCraft players are too reserved. My god, look at this guy. Okay, how do we top that now? How do we top playing StarCraft with your feet?
I don't know. Next thing we know, people are playing StarCraft with their butts.
Look, aha! You just gave me an idea. Oh no. Maybe for a Valentine's stream. We'll see. I did a Valentine's stream before. That was
really?
The biggest mistake of my life. It was the cringiest, most horrible, darkest part of my life I've ever been in. Oh my god. I was so okay, in my defense, it was when I still didn't know like how to properly talk on stream and stuff like that. And like, it was also me forgetting that everything on the internet is permanent. I swear to god, I tried to delete every single video I had of it, but out there, I'm pretty sure there's like one guy who saw it and was like, you know what? When this guy becomes an astronaut, billionaire, playboy president of the world, I'm gonna know exactly how to I'm gonna have my payday. I'm
going to find that video, man. I'm going to find that.
You will not find that video. You will do no such thing. It's horrible, man. It's god awful. Oh my god. I'm just like breaking it down in my head. All the shitty, stupid, like embarrassing innuendos I made. Each one is just worse than the last.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Don't even. I made like a. This is when I still did like a community cast on my YouTube channel. And oh my god. It was just so bad. It was just so bad. I was like. I don't know. It's just so bad. I keep saying it's so bad because there's nothing else I can say about it.
Yeah,
I'm not like it's so bad, but it
bad.
had its moments. It's not like it's so bad, but it kind of an endearing way. It's just a bad. I don't know. I'm never gonna release it. It's just there in the dark corner of my memory.
It's your deep dark secret.
Yeah, it's like some people kill guys, Some people like, secretly, have an affair or like a second family. I have a Valentine's stream I did 3 years ago that nobody will know about. Like, I could know the nuclear codes, like, and I'll give those up to, like, Serbia before I give up, like, my Valentine's stream. Oh, God.
Best thing ever. Best thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, some things you just take to your grave, Like, I could have someone I'm in love with, and that I've known for like the entirety of my life. And as we lay on our deathbeds, we're both 200 million years old, because technology is great. We've been with each other for so long. We've done pretty much everything. We're pretty much the same person at this point. And we're laying there, and she looks over at me, and she says, have you ever kept anything from me? Because we've been together so long, we've like told each other everything. Have you ever kept a secret from me? And I'll turn over, and I'll remember that Valentine's Day video. And I'll look her straight in the eyes, and I'll tell her, no, I've never lied. I've never kept anything from you.
But then she brings up like this video.
She brings up this video. She pulls out her phone with her feeble old hands, and I'm like, babe, it's not what you think. And she's like, oh. And she presses play, and I'm like, don't do it. And then it's like me with like a gallon of ice cream saying like, hey, fellow gamers. I'm like, no, babe, it's not true. I couldn't tell you because I love you. And she's like, I don't care that it exists. I care that you lied to me. And I'm like, watch the whole video. You're going to care that it exists pretty soon.
But do you know what's the worst thing, Swagger?
What?
Now that you mentioned on the stream, people are gonna go look for it.
People are gonna try and take me down with that shit, man. People are gonna like you know, Swagger, Mr. 789, Valentine's stream, and it's gonna be the worst shit in there ever. Oh my god, it's like that. What's that name of that thing where like you try and hide something, but in the act of trying to hide something, you just make it super popular?
I have no idea what's it
It's
called.
a thing though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, now people are gonna find it and blackmail me with that. And it's not like I can say no to them, right? I have to do exactly what they say. Oh my god.
But
Don't do
now
a
we are
Valentine's
going
stream,
to go.
kids. Until you're like 25. Alright. We are ready to jump on into the next game. No more random musings about ice cream and old people. We're gonna go ahead and do what we came here to do, which is catch some StarCraft.
Press play.
Let's go.
Don't pause.
Let's rock, let's roll. Look at those sexy players. Each one's sexier than the last. We're gonna kick things off with the PvP, and let's hope it's a good one. Spawning in the bottom right hand position of Cyber Forest, representing Team Pizza Maru, it is Classic.
And on the top left corner,
Good job.
representing the sexy guy Gisado. SOS.
Otherwise known as Seuss. Oh, wow, look at that. Is that ooh.
Oh, it really
Oh
well
my god,
made.
that is super cool.
Yeah.
Is that like one of those
And
old
getting-
like strategy guides to StarCraft or something?
I guess so. But the most important thing that person got signed by SOS. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's gonna be worth like $1 million in the future.
Yeah.
Like 100 years from now, like some kid's gonna find it in his basement, and like he's gonna get like $1 billion off of that. Like he's gonna put that in his will. Like, to my eldest son Jeremy, I leave my plot of arable land, my 20 acres. To my youngest son Jessica, I leave my estate and $40,000. And to Jimmy Bob, I leave my signed SOS book.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Bob's gonna be like, oh hell yeah. Alright.
Yeah. But really normal opening, I guess, from both players.
Oh yeah, it's like both players are that's like copying each other right now. The gas timings are pretty similar for both players. No one's really doing anything too crazy with their gas. I mean, they have I think they have just 200. 200 is like the standard amount. That's enough for Stalker, Sentry, and Warp Gate, and we can see that's exactly what SOS get. Stalker, Sentry, Warp Gate. You can also just go for double Stalker, and by the time that you shoot the probe out of your main base, because you can't get your tech right away in PvP. You see how there's like a probe in the main base of SOS? If you throw down your tech right away, your opponent's just going to throw down a counter tech to that, and you're going to be super sad. So by the time these two Stalkers popping out, you should have just enough gas to get whatever tech you want. It can be Stargate, it can be Twilight, it can be Robo. And as you can see from both players, it is going to be Stargate coming out. Pretty cool, actually, roughly at the same time. So, yeah, gonna be a little bit happy if you're an SOS fan, as that early Sentry is gonna be able to scout out that Stargate, and you get to respond however you want.
Yeah, and Actually, they're both going stalkers, huh?
Yeah,
No sentries yet.
Yeah, this isn't anything aggressive. They're just both being pretty safe, I think, because when you open up Stargate, the deadliest thing you can face off against is a 3-gate or a 4-gate rush. Started off with a couple of stalkers. It's a super easy way to die. So both players are playing a little bit carefully. And yeah, so here we go. SOS scouting it out, but obviously Classic still not knowing, opting to play a little bit safer. But unfortunately, it's going to pay the price for that, as SOS is not doing anything too cheesy. Now, here's the thing. Classic is going for the Oracle, SOS is going for the Phoenix. You would think, oh, this is amazing for SOS. But you got to keep in mind that Phoenixes literally take twice as long to kill Oracles now. Like, literally twice as long. Because they're armored now, and Phoenixes don't really kill them super easily.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and actually the Phoenix is on the opposite side of the map right now for SOS. And Classic pushing out with this extremely strange force. Who knows, maybe he can find some damage.
Yeah, and there's really no counter-air defense here for SOS right now.
It's just a lot of nothing. I think he committed too heavily to the Phoenixes, and now Classic gonna be able to at least get 3 probes with that, but the real story is that the Natural Base is under siege, and it's not going to be very defensible for quite a while. Now, there's 5 Stalkers for Classic to the 7 of SOS. He's going to go ahead and try and take the engagement, but he's down Stalkers. He has sentries in lieu. I think he was a little bit overeager moving down this ramp. This may just be it. Oh, no. SOS save his soul. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Alright, so this
literally SOS is calling out for SOS right now.
Literally SOS is SOS right now. No shield battery means no chance of survival, and actually this natural base is actually going to go down.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything he can do. Look, he's looking a little bit nervous. Classic, stoic as well. And, gonna get back up the ramp. He really doesn't want to lose it, but he has no choice. The Stalkers can just focus it down at this point. One more volley and it should be done.
Oh no.
Yeah, trading Stalkers now.
In this case, what does SOS have to do?
It's pretty much it's game over at this point, because you know your opponent has another base. You know you guys have the same tech. You guys are basically at the same starting points, but you don't have the same tech as your opponent. So you know you can try and go for something like make a couple of oracles, see if you can catch your opponent off guard, maybe get back in the economy that way, and try and macro up. Dark Shrine is way too predictable here. I think the first thing Classic is going to look to do is throw down a Robo. So he can't go Dark Shrine. You know, he's just too good to get caught by that. But as I say that, as I say that, there's a Twilight Council, so maybe he does want to go Dark Shrine. And if you're Classic, you got to be thinking this guy's either gonna make Oracles or a Dark Shrine, and he's making Phoenixes. I mean, maybe he's just gonna go Blink and try and catch him making too many Phoenixes. Yeah. Okay, so that's what he's gonna be doing. It's going to be Blink coming out from SOS, and he's just going to accept that he's going to be pretty behind for the entirety of the game.
For the sexy Gisado.
Oh my God.
Oh no, these items are going to get in. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, they got in, but there was a million Stalkers, so they were like, they got in, then they got out. Oh, not the same case with these, though. Phoenix is finding good damage here. This is good control by Classic. This is what I really like to see. Some very nice, high-level StarCraft 2 PvP. Because there is a lot of complexity to the matchup. Here we go.
Hurts a lot.
It hurts a lot. He's down 10 workers. He's down a base. He's getting Blink, which is good against attack, but he needs to make something happen for himself. Obviously, you can't play the game down 10 workers. Like, you know, and there's nothing much he can do, honestly. He can maybe try and hit a Blink timing. I think that's what he's going for. I think that's his best bet, because otherwise Classic is just going to out-macro him. Classic, already knowing this, throws down more gateways, gets his Forge and Twilight 2 just so we can transition a little bit better, get some defensive stasis wards. I mean, Classic is playing this, like, perfectly right now.
Right. Oh, can it save it?
Yep.
If it was the old Oracle, though.
If it was the old Oracle, it would have like blown up 20 years ago, but it's okay for now. But yeah, so sad. Can't even get that Oracle damage he was looking for now. The probe count, look at that. It's actually evening up pretty nicely. Again, Classic got the workers earlier. Still has a nice little income advantage, but you know, things are not impossible for SOS at this point. Just accepting that he's behind, you know, doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, but Classic doing a great job going at time to time, just picking up workers and just stopping SOS from growing. But nice blink coming in. I think caught one Phoenix off guard.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. If not then, definitely right now. Yeah. Blinkstalker is definitely at the end of these Phoenix's reign over on the map. 4 probes going down for SOS for some reason. Don't know quite where that happened. And, you know, it's looking good for SOS actually. Workers are around even. Army supply. Classic obviously has a little bit more, but honestly, against, you know, on this sort of map, when you have ramps to abuse, not that big of a deal.
And a triple coming down for SOS. I think a good call considering the fact that he was behind, but also Classic following it up with triple as well.
Oh, that's super cute. The shield batteries healing the probes in the air, stopping SOS from losing that one worker and winning him the game. There we go. And also he has
Nice
blink
blink.
too. We can't forget that he still has a window to move out on the map and try and get some damage on Classic. He can blink into the main, he can pick up some stalkers, he can get some sentries. That's a lot of stalkers and they only get worse with times. It's like, what's the opposite of wine?
Opposite of one?
Opposite of wine.
Wine. Accepting the fate.
What? I ask you for the opposite of a beverage and you say accepting the fate? Oh wait, never mind. Oh, is Classic gonna run into that? No, I mean SOS. No, he's not gonna run into it. He sees it, but he runs into it anyways! Oh, god damn. That's okay. He's gonna get some damage down. He gets a pylon. Whoa, this was, I think this is pretty miscontrolled. He should have known. Yeah, he had all of the opportunity to blink out there. So, a little unfortunate there from SOS, but you gotta break a couple of X to make an omelet. And actually, he finds these Archons out of position. If he can get one, that'd be great. Yeah. Maybe he can try and find one. He's gonna recall those stalkers.
Yeah, but the shield battery just saves the Archon barely. And I see SOS lost quite a bit of stalkers without doing that much damage.
Yeah, oh, I didn't even get the pylon.
Yeah,
feels
bad, man.
Yeah. It's actually pretty interesting. No player is really comfortable to macro enough. They're both just sitting on 40 workers. So obviously a very low economy game for both players. But it looks as though Classic is going to be the first one moving out, and honestly, I don't see this ending in any way but tragedy for Classic. Charge Rod, Immortal Archon. I mean, does SOS even have Immortals in his army?
No. I don't think so. I don't think SOS even has a Robo Bay.
Yeah, I don't even think he has a Forge. No, does he?
I think he has a Forge.
Okay, I probably at least have. The Stasis Ward. Not bad actually. Here he goes. If there's any time to fight, it's right now when he still has his advantage. A lot of Archons here ready to melt those Zealots, but there is something to be said about numbers, and he's going to get forced back up his ramp, even with the Stasis Ward. Gonna go ahead and fight with that defender's advantage now, but the Immortal's just doing so much damage on the back. +2 against +0. It's so far away for Classic to hold this. The upgrades are so important. The army is so big, and I think hang on, let me try that again. And I think Team Sexy Boy is gonna. Oh, did he dance to Stalkers? I mean, the Immortals. Did you see that? GG is called, and Team Pizza Maru is gonna win it. Good job, Classic. Does he have braces on?
Yeah, I think he does have.
Oh my god, what a sexy boy! Alright, oh, that's so cute. He just got his braces too. That's cool. Oh, and Team Pizza Maru is gonna take it just barely in a 4-3 victory. Classic giving the thumbs down to the camera like a real bad boy. Obviously, very hard fought game. Very unfortunate for SOS there. I mean, you just get caught by Stalkers one time and it's just the saddest thing, you know. Such a fickle balance early game, but kudos to Classic for having the game sense, having the knowledge, and having the good execution to go along with that push. Got himself a free Nexus in that early stage of the match, and it's pretty much it from there. So let's see what our players have to say.
There's going to be an interview, right? Yeah.
I think so. They're coming up on stage right now. Alec Predator says, how do I watch the previous match? You wait until the stream ends and you watch the VODs. Bang, bang. But trust me, very good series. I would not recommend skipping over it. So definitely check out the previous games if you are so inclined. And if you want to
every game was really fun.
Yeah, do that too. Every game was a nice little treat. Especially, what was that one? It was SOS versus Trap. That was super
Ah,
fun. That was
Yeah,
super
that-
fun if you want to have a good time.
아 도영이 시작 전부터 안 진다고 하셔가지고 그냥 믿고 있었습니다.
so Maru said, Classic said he's not going to lose from the beginning, so Maru trusted him.
아
Oh, like
저보다 한수
oh, how sweet. Kind of like a father saying to telling his son like you can drive the car.
아 저보다 잘하는 것
And,
같습니다.
and Maru said,
예.
and Maru said, I think Classic is better than me. I know, right?
I mean, yeah, his record is better than him in this tournament. But as far as winning GSLs go,
유진이는 뭐 항상 저렇게 도발을 해서 별로 신경 쓰지 않았고 뭔가 유진이는 제가 이길 수 있을 것 같아서 뭔가 자신감은 조금 있긴 있었어요.
So
Okay.
SOS always taunts, so I really didn't get shaken by his taunts. But I was confident against class SOS, so I played pretty
네,
confident.
성주가 워낙 잘해서
yeah.
사실 오늘 성주가 끝낼 줄 알았는데 성주가 빌드를 숨기는지 좀 뭔가 의식을 하는 것 같더라고요. 뭔가 저
what's good in the
그래가지고
hood?
사실
Okay,
오늘 성주가
so-
졌지만
so-
뭐 이런 걸로 방심하면 안 될 것 같아요.
So today, class, I thought Maru will end the game,
성주가
but
빌드를
today, for some reason, it felt like Maru was hiding a build order.
이제 지뢰들을 줬거든요.
Ooh, which is gonna work for he absolutely was hiding his build orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
근데 그냥 쓴 빌드를 그냥 써버리는 거 보고 조금은 의식을 하고 있구나 싶긴 했어요.
So I asked Maru if he used the Widowmine drop previously, and Maru said he did use it before. So I thought to myself that Maru is definitely thinking about the build order and coming for the finals.
Ah, yeah.
GSL finals, by the way.
다음 주에 GSL
Gotta be
결승전도
shrewd.
있으니 뭐 먹고 폈다고 보러 가지 마시고 GSL이 더 재밌을 것 같으니 GSL 많이 와주세요.
So next week there's the GSL finals. I know that there's Cherry Blossom and Sakura's outside, but I think GSL finals is going to be much more fun. So come watch GSLs.
Oh yeah. For all you guys watching, make sure to watch GSL.
친하게 지냈던 게 도움이 되지 않았나. 네.
So creators like I am glad that I won.
안 좋아하는데
Came to the final.
좋아하게 될것 같아요.
It's quite a surprise. I think being close with Maru really helped a lot.
그게 유진이 형이 그러니까 제가 원래 그런 줄 몰랐는데 좀 그런 게 있나 봐요. 약간 좀 네네 그런 게 아무래도 좀 있나 봐요. 근데 그거를 좀 많이 좀 과장을 해서 좀 부각이 된 것 같아요. 네네네.
The answers kind of shade like based on the question, but literally translating creators like I think SOS has that kind of a thing, you know, that kind of a thing, that kind of thing. But I think my drama was like my little taunt was over exaggerated towards SOS.
I think Creator needs to do more taunting. Learn something from SOS. Dance a couple units. Live a little.
일단
And now it's Keen's turn.
뭐 도움 많이 됐고요. 그리고 시작하면서 일단 바깥만 하자 했는데
First of all,
3승 3패하면서 딱 바깥만 한 것 같아요.
so Keen was like, when I was playing, I was hoping that I can do at least one person's job. In 3 win 3 loss, I definitely think I did at least one person's job.
Oh, that's one way to think of it, I guess.
손절할 사람은 손절해야 됩니다. 항상 응원 많이 해주셔서 감사하고요. 다음에도 꼭 더 좋은 모습 보여드리겠습니다.
So I always thank my fans for supporting, and then I will show better performance, like more awesome performance, if you would say, next time.
If I would say.
좀 손도 잘 움직여가지고
This is
만족스럽고요.
So Trap is actually happy because his hand actually really worked well.
His plan.
예, 너무
His master
게이머-
plan.
네, 게이머에게 너무 이른 시간 해가지고 이게 좀 아쉽네요.
So Trap says that it was kind of too early for a gamer.
You want to talk about too early, Trap? You want to start talking about time zones? That's okay. That's fine.
이게 약간 다른 대회랑 또 이제 다른 매력이 있는 것 같아서 정말 재밌었던 것 같아요.
So he felt like it was fun to play Destruction League because unlike there was a different atmosphere and beauty towards Destruction League.
그 부분은 그냥 원래 이 형의 모습을 그대로 보여준 것 같고. 네. 그리고 오늘 1승만 더 했으면 좋았을 텐데.
Okay, so Trap is like, I think SOS, I think that Destruction League showed SOS pretty well. The only thing is, I really hope SOS won at least one more game.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. You always like it when SOS wins.
Yeah.
일단 오늘 져서 너무 아쉽고요. 그래도 오랜만에 그 예전에 그 프로리그의 느낌이 나서
I heard Pro League.
굉장히 기분이 좋았어요. 혹시나 다음에 참가하게 되면은 그때는 오늘처럼 안 미끄러지겠습니다.
So, I lost this, so I was kind of disappointed. But there's also like Pro Leagues, and if I come here next time again, to Destruction League, I will try not to slip up.
That's a good attitude.
And
You gotta love this guy. You gotta root for that guy.
Yeah, and I think announcer asked Ragnar what he ate. He said he ate jangpong. It's like it's like quote unquote Chinese food. It's like
너무
spicy soup and stuff.
Spicy soup and stuff.
팀원들한테 너무 미안하네요.
Gotcha.
Patience is because I played badly. I'm kind of sorry for my teammates.
Oh, poor Patience. That's okay. Patience did his best.
He's humble.
Patience. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
네, 다음에는 뭐 좀 다른 팀도 한번 해보고 여러 팀도 해보는 게 또 좋은 경험이 되니까 그렇게 해보고 싶습니다.
So next time I would like to try different teams.
Oh God!
because you know it's good for experiences and stuff.
He tried to make it sound. That's the most polite rejection I've ever heard in my life.
네, 물론
And I've been rejected pretty politely.
뽑아준 성우한테 굉장히 고맙고요. 뭐 시즌 1 때도 준우승하고 또 하긴 했는데 뭐 제가 뭐 잘해서 준우승한 것 같진 않아도 기분은 좋네요.
So I first of all thanks Trap for picking me into his team. Although I don't think that we came to second place because of me, I still feel good that we're second place.
일단 시즌 1 때 느낌으로 좀 좋은 모습 못 보여드려서 아쉬운 부분이 있는데 다음 시즌 또 멸망전 나오게 되면은 그때는 이제 제 밥값 해야죠, 규석이처럼.
So last time in season 1 I did pretty good, but this time I didn't do that well, so I feel kind of disappointed. But if I get to come to Destruction League next time, then I hope that I can play at least one person's game, like what the previous guy said.
오랜만에
Good,
좀 색다른 팀원들이랑 좀 프로리그 느낌으로 게임한 것 같아서 좀 재밌었고 이렇게 결승까지 와서도 좋았는데 한 가지 아쉬운 점이 있다면 제가 딱 1패를 했는데 그게 팀 준우승이랑 연결돼서 그게 굉장히 아쉽고 또 한 가지 더 아쉬운 게 있다면 도우 형을 오늘 끌어내렸어야 됐는데 확실히 도우 형이 요새 A에서 S급 되는 것 같아가지고 인정하고 성주한테 맡기겠습니다 이제.
So what happened here? So SOS is happy that he got to play Destruction League because it felt like Pro League. You know how old Pro League used to play like this?
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, and he said throughout this tournament, I only lost one game, but I'm sad that it was connected to the finals.
재밌게 할 수 있는데 좀
And
보는 눈이 많으면 잘 좀 부담되더라고요. 그래서 없을 때 위주로
now continuing on, So,
이제
what SOS was saying that I should have taken down Classic, but I couldn't. So I realized that Classic is a top tier S level player. And after that, right now he's talking about that when I play alone, I feel happy and I can play comfortably. But when there are other people watching me, I have a hard time playing myself.
Gotcha.
So I think he does feel quite pressured.
Poor guy.
이렇게 멸망전으로 찾아뵙게 돼서
At least he has a lot of money to quell his
오랜만에
worries.
색달랐고 기뻤고 이렇게 응원해 주시는 분들이 있으니까 더 재밌게 할 수 있었던 것 같아요. 다음에도 올라올 수 있으면 이렇게 결승전까지 다른 팀원들과 올라와 보도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
So, I am glad that I got to play Destruction League. It was very fun, and with all these supporters, it was extremely fun as well. Next time, I hope to come to the finals again with different team members.
Different team members twice. That seems unnecessary. But yeah, I like those interviews. Those good interviews. I especially like how, you know, a lot of the people are equating it to Pro League, and like, you know, how it feels kind of like Pro League and plays kind of like Pro League. And it's, you know, I think if nothing else, the BJ Destruction League is a nice little bit of nostalgia for players, you know.
Yeah.
To kind of get back in that team-like format, round robin, you know, and have that sense of community and like team while you're playing, you know. I think it's pretty nice. Yeah. That's definitely. I think that's my favorite part of the BJ Pro League. Definitely not the name, but format's great.
And this person is. So he's like interactive content companies, like kind of like a pretty high position dude.
Oh, okay.
In that company.
Pretty high position dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I have no idea what he's talking about.
He's complimenting us on our production quality, you know.
Oh.
So good. They're like, how did he get the voice call into the stream? He's incredible. Even we do not have Discord. Oh, look, they're bringing out the big checks, I think, right?
Yeah, second place. Sexy guy Gisado.
Sexy guy Gisado. Woo! With 2 million wontons.
Yeah, that is about $2,000 roughly.
Around $2,000 roughly. Alright, that's not bad. Split amongst 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Everyone gets around $400. Not bad at all.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Or I guess for you Koreans out there, around 40,000 won each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
pretty good.
Actually,
thank you.
Yeah. Wait. 400,000.
400,000 each. Yeah, 4, 8, 12, 6. Yeah, 400,000 each. Sorry, I was converting to. I don't even know. Bad excuse. All right, and then that means if they get 2 million won, then these guys get if it's an 8 million won prize pool.
Oh, hello.
4 million.
Oh, this guy is Africa TV CEO.
CEO. Oh my God. Do I look good?
So he's our boss.
Presentable? Oh no. Hi. I hope you enjoyed the stream, buddy.
참여해주신 유저분들께도 정말 감사드립니다. 저희 뭐 스타투를 비롯해서 대부분의 게임에 아프리카 TV가 투자와 지원을 아끼지 않을 것이고.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone who participated on and offline and for viewing and like joining the BJ Destruction League. Thank you very much for coming, and I hope that even with the further Destruction League, I hope that more people will come and watch. And I would like to thank each and every one of you again.
And thank you especially to all of our viewers watching online, peaking at around 102, 103. Really glad to have all of you guys along here for the ride with.
And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the #1 team, Pizza Maru.
Woo! 5 million won, which is like almost a million, more than a million won each.
Yeah.
Pretty rock and roll, around $1,200 to each player-ish.
Yeah.
And they gotta be happy for that. Now the real question is, who gets the trophy?
Oh, I think the captain will get it. Oh, actually, I wouldn't mind if Classic gets it, because he did really good today.
Yeah, Classic just like stomped on everybody, and he's holding the trophy anyway, so he's just gonna pocket that when they leave the studio. Like, good job, guys. See you next season.
And then casually takes.
Yeah, and then casually takes a check with him too. Like, hey, you guys won't be needing. Oh, Maru
really,
giving a little half up to classic. That's cool.
Yeah.
We need more of that kind of stuff in StarCraft, you know. There we go. Oh, who are these two gentlemen?
Our Korean casters.
Our Korean Boo! Boo! American cast is where it's at. This is the party cast.
And here I am, a Korean in the American casting.
Yeah, well, you know, it's can't be perfect, but you know, so we do what we got.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there, slowly but surely. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. I bet they get. Oh wait, I bet they get to hear like what Park is saying.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Can you hear him? I can't hear him.
Nah.
Yeah. They're just saying, we're happy for such a good tournament. Especially big thanks to our English stream. We will be taking notes from them and putting some portion of the prize pool. I don't know what portion. It's either 3/4 or 4/3. He didn't quite say it clearly. Into investigating the possible Maru conspiracy.
That seems about right.
Yeah, it seems about right to me, right? Yeah.
But with all jokes aside, thank you everyone, each and everyone, for enjoying this BJ Team Destruction League, and thank you for hopping online today to watch our casting. It was really fun to both cast with Swagger and also to watch some high level plays.
Oh yeah, some high level stuff with some not so high level casting, but hey, that's what community StarCraft is all about. We really do appreciate every single one of you guys tuning on in. If you did miss any games, be sure to wait until after the stream. You can go ahead and check out our VODs. Go ahead and just like scroll through on there, find yourself a couple of good games that you like. Trust me, they're all fantastic. So go ahead and do that if you so please. If you did like the stream, please go ahead and make sure, give us an up, hit us up with one of those follows. Maybe one of those star balloon or a sticker or a favorite. I don't know how a Freak TV works all that well. You guys know better than I do. Just do some good stuff. And yeah, thank you all for tuning on in.
Yeah.
Alright. I think we are going to bid our audience adieu as the tournament seems to be wrapping up here. With the bow and the music. Seems like a pretty natural stopping point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Potato Flap for joining me on this cast, so I'm not just talking to myself in an attic at the middle of the night for 3 hours.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely. Added so much to the cast. Love it.
And one more thing. One more thing, guys. So, in an hour, there's going to be Innovation vs. Sue in the same channel, so don't forget to check it out.
Yeah.
My name is Potato Flap, and
my name is Fagar. And at the same time, we'll see
you
later in an hour.
Later.
We'll see you in an hour. Innovation vs. Sue. Don't touch that dial.
Yep. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
We tried. That's the important part.
Alright.
Alright.
Peace out now.
3, 2, 1.